Hello everyone and welcome to a let's play, or let's read really, of a game that I've been curious about forever. That being Fate Stay Night. I, being someone who loves visual novels, and have been told this is one of the quote-unquote, lack of irony, holy grails, I wanted to check it out. It was a thrust like lightning. A spearhead thrust to pierce my heart. Trying to dodge it would be useless. Being lightning, it's invisible to the human eye. But the lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me. Clang, a beautiful sound. No, the sound before me is heavier than steel. The armor she's wearing is not beautiful at all, and as unrefined as the cold night. The sound wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually the sound of steel. It's just that the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound like a bell. So was it... Hey, there's Saber! Oh, voice acting. There's us for generic protagonist, man!
これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。ここに契約は完了した。
Well, there's fate. It says right there. Now we just need the words stay and night. The moonlight still lights up the darkness. As if following the night's example, the shed again falls silent. Also, we're not going to talk about the fact that I'm bleeding right now, but okay. A faint blue light filters in. The golden hair shines in the moonlight. Oh, by the way, this is not the adult version of the game, I should say. This is a story from 10 years ago. I'm watching someone I know very well. A tall man with a deep-featured face who, to my knowledge, has never told a joke. Is patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he's grabbing my head and mashing it around. I guess that's only to be expected. After all, that's the first time he's ever patted my head. I'll have to get going now. You know what to do, right? I answer the deep man with a polite yes. The man patting my head nods once again, lets go and stands up. So that was it. If I'd known then that it was our final moment together, I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. I'd practiced telling jokes a lot, in hope I could bring a smile to his grave face. Oh, that's not okay. Not who I thought we were. Put the association in your debt by the time you mature. I'll let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. As if he was telling me all the things I didn't yet know, I realized, even as a child, that most likely, he wouldn't be coming back. Yo, that's sad. A war had started. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. But the only ones at war were 7 people. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable, but here it's a different story, as the ones in conflict are magi. Rin. Oh, that's who we are, I guess. I thought we were the dude. Okay. Rin, the Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as a Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a Magus, you can't avoid it. Oh, is Magus the singular of Magi? Magi? I guess so. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher, as well as my father. Oh, that's really sad-voiced. I seem off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I am excited. That's only natural. The event I had never forgotten is about to start. A fancy house. Something is ringing. Big mood. Oh, didn't let it go. It should let me sleep in a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. I was deciphering my father's will until early this morning, and I've used up too much magical energy. Oh, just have magical energy, I guess.
そうそう。あらかじめ30分ずらして
But what if there was a time change?
30分ずらして
I look at the alarm clock drowsily. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. I usually get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. I stare at the alarm clock for several seconds. Shutting it off, I decided to get out of bed. Aw, listen to this quirky getting up and going to school music. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Ryuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter. This morning, it's as cold as any other city. I can even see my breath indoors, and on top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7, and I'm a bit disappointed.
なんだこれなら走っていく必要もない
No, you gotta run with toast in your mouth. Even in this, we must hit the tropes. And again, would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyway. It is the custom of the Tosaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. Taking a custom like that seriously must mean that my family originated from a very high-class background indeed. Owning this old Western-style mansion is proof of that, and on top of it, the Tosaka family is a bloodline of sorcerers able to use the power of magic. Oh, it's not like we fly around in brooms or make stars appear with a wave of a wand. Well, we could do that, but we don't bother as it's kinda meaningless. We're basically heretics who hide ourselves from the world. We're prohibited from standing out, and even if we weren't, we would rather be at home studying magic. On top of that, the word sorcerer is completely inaccurate. To be precise, there are only 5 sorcerers in the world. Things no one can do, things beyond the ability of modern science. The ones who can make such miracles are the ones we call sorcerers. That's interesting. To be honest, the modern world doesn't recognize the existence of magi. As we believe, control, and learn things that are immeasurable, our existence is incompatible with the modern world. Because it's kind of meaningless. Going to a normal school and becoming a normal adult will bring you far more happiness than studying magic. Human technology is great. Yo, have you seen the new iPhone? In the past few hundred years, it has been leading the way ahead of magic. Still, magic has its good points. Just as there are things only possible through science, there are also things that can only be possible through magic. It was the master of the Tosaka family who said that if science is moving towards the future, magic is moving toward the past. Something about the past and the future ending up at the same place, everything always running toward the 0 point. Let's put off all these difficult discussions. They should wait till we're old. Yeah, it's a pretty heavy thing to eat your toast through. Finishing breakfast, I grab my bag.
そうだペンダント持っていかないと
I don't really want to take the thing to school, but it'd be a waste just to leave it here, a pendant,
何
huh?
しろ100年ものの石だものねうちにある宝石の中じゃダントツで最強だし
Yeah, no, maybe it's just me, but if I had something that old and that precious, I would not just take it to school, where people steal phones. No, that's an understatement. It's much stronger than that. I found this after decoding my father's will last night. It contains the equivalent of 10 years of my magical energy. We, the Magi of Tosaka, are skilled at transformation of power. We put our magical energy into jewels whenever we have free time. To put it simply, the jewels are bullets and we are the gun. Okay. The only thing I can say I received from my father is the magic crest of the Tosaka family engraved on my left arm. In essence, it's the proof of the successor, and it's like a tattoo that condenses all the inherited magic of the Tosaka family.
まだ始まったわけじゃないけど用心に越したことはないか
Put on the pendant, which can be now said to be my father's memento, into my pocket.
切り札だものねこれに秘められた魔力ならできないことはないぐらいなんだし
I need to know what the types of magic are though, because it just seems like things happen from what they said. It's 7:30. I should get going or I'll be late for school.
シュミスルフィアファレントライ
I've weaved my words with magical energy quickly. Oh, German's the magic language. I see. Being a magus, I can't let my guard down when leaving my house. Even though there's never been a single robber, wandering child, nor a stray cat. And I don't think my neighbor has ever come to say hello either.
別にいいけどね。野良猫でさえ入ってこないってどういうことよ。
Look up the mansion I've grown so accustomed to over the years. Uyuki is certainly a strange city with many Western-styled houses on this side of town, and an area full of Japanese-style houses just beyond the intersection. I guess it's because many foreign families come to live here a long time ago, but even so, I don't see many foreigners around here now. There's a foreigner's cemetery in the new city across the river, but it only has the graves of the first generation of families.
日本の土が合わなかったのかな。
I'll go to the church and ask the priest sometime. He knows about lots of boring things, as priests do, it seems.
あれ？
Oh wow, it literally is like weirdly half Western, half Japanese. Stepping outside, I feel a certain incongruity. That's a good word.
なんだろう。思ったより静かなんですけど。
It's especially quiet with no sense of the morning's noisiness. At 7:30, the streets should be filled with students going to school and people going to work.
はあ、けどさすがに。
A weird school. A weirdly low area. Like, when I think of Japan, I think of much more verticality, you know? It's strange that I haven't seen even one student so far. At 7:30, you can usually see people in uniform here and there. But I'm the only person at the school gates, and it looks like the clubs are just starting their morning practice. In other words, the only explanation is...
あれ、父さか？
Who are
今朝は
you?
一段と早いのね。
I've never seen this character literally ever.
やっぱりそうきたか。
The small sigh turned the girl who addressed me.
おはよう。今日も寒いね、こりゃ。
This girl, speaking so frankly, is Mitsuzuri Ayako.
おはよう、みつづりさん。つかぬことを聞くけど、今何時だかわかる？
ん？何時って7時前じゃない。
Oh, I see what happened.
うちの時計1時間早かったみたい。しかも軒並み。
父さか？
気にしないで。別に大したことじゃないから。
ええ、弓道部は問題児も多いし、うまいのが一人減ったからね。4月の新入生獲得のために少しぐらいは見栄えを良くしとかないと。
The impressive archery range is one of our school's outstanding aspects. Perhaps the director is just interested in archery, but the range is much too fancy for a mere school club.
ほらほら、まだ開始まで時間があるし、中でお茶しようぜ、父さか。
Morning tea, how lovely. I'll be about something. Ayako drags me by the hand. It's a bad habit of hers. She talks like a guy when she's expressing her true feelings. What does it mean to talk like a guy? That's probably something very incredibly Japanese. As Ayako said, there's no one in here. While sipping hot tea, we prepare for today's class. The tea tastes really good in this open winter environment.
さて、単刀直入に聞くけど、そっちの調子はどうなのよ、父さか。いい加減頼りになる相棒は見つかった？
I mean, like that type of partner?
ところでさ、私たちなんでこんな話してるんだっけ？
なんでって言い出したのは父さかでしょ。あんたがいつまでも彼氏がいないのは女としてどうよなんてこぼすのだから。
Okay.
なら3年になる前に
Gotta get
ど
a
っちが先に
boyfriend.
男作るかって勝負になっ
That
たんじゃ
should
ない。
not be hard for Rin here, who seemingly has the world. Just as I rise, someone enters the range.
おはようございます。
Oh, I've
師匠。
seen her.
ああ、おはようマト。今朝は一人？
はい。力になれず申し訳ありません。
Oh, she's that type. You can tell from her voice.
ああ、いいっていいって。本人が弓をやらないって言うんなら無理をさせても仕方がない。
それじゃあ失礼するわ。また後でね、みつづりさん。
ああ、また後でね、父さか。
お疲れ様です。遠坂先輩。ありがとう。さくらもしっかりね。
Oh, is this, Sakura? Okay. I leave the range, trying not to interrupt them.
いやあ、遠坂。おはよう。朝から君に会えるなんてついてるな。
Oh, listen to this guy's voice. You know exactly who he gonna be. Bad luck. I've run into someone I don't want to see.
おはよう、マト君。今日は早いのね。
当たり前だろ。首相なんだから。早めに来ないと一年に示しがつかないじゃないか。
The smiling guy is Matos Shinji of Class 2C. He's the vice captain of the archery club, and owner of the hearts of half the girls in this school.
そう。ご機嫌なところ悪いんだけど、一文字抜けてるわ、マト君。大事な字だから忘れない方がいいと思うけど。
What's the word?
一文字抜けてるって何がさ？
幸福の福。
Oh,
字は違
dang.
うけど響きは一緒でしょ、副首相さん。気をつけなさい。別に首相も副首相も変わらないけど。
I'm watching a man be destroyed through
こだわってるみ
words.
たいに聞こえるでしょ。
そうだね。今後は気をつける。ありがとう、遠坂。
お礼を言われるようなことはしてないけど。まあ、
Wow,
マト君がそう思ったのなら
she hates
私には関係ないか。
Bidding him goodbye, I leave the range.
ちょっと待てよ。見学に来たんだろ？なら見ていけばいいじゃないか。遠坂なら大歓迎だよ。
Boy, they really want me here.
遠慮するわ。練習の邪魔をしたくないもの。
そんなの構わないよ。他の連中が気に障るんなら締め出すからさ。ちょっと寄っていけって。
He's trying to lay it on thick, too.
だから邪魔をする気はないって言ってるでしょ。それに私、別に弓道に興味があるわけじゃないから。知らないやつのシャを見ても嬉しくないわ。
なんだよ、遠坂。弓道に興味はなかったのか。
Oh, yay, you're getting pretty close. As if happy about something, Shinji moves closer to me. His smile carries a sense of superiority.
勘違いしてたよ。遠坂は弓が好きなんだと思ってたけど、弓道には興味がないんだろ？
離れてくれないかしら、マト君。私、あまり人に近寄られるのは好きじゃないし。
なに、遠坂？
あきれた。ここまで言ってもわからないのね。趣味じゃないけど仕方ないか。簡単にあなたにも理解できるように言ってあ
Oh,
げる。
here we go.
いい、マト君。私は弓道に興味がない以上にあなたに興味はないって言ってるのよ。
There it
実
is.
際あなたが車上にいたなんて今初めて知ったぐらいだし、きっとこれからも目に入らないわ。
なんだと？
As if I've angered him, he reaches out for me violently. I easily avoid it and turn my back on him.
それじゃあね、マト君。自意識過剰なのも結構だけど、ほどほどにしておいた方がいいわよ。
遠坂、お前。
He sounds like he wants to say more, but it doesn't seem like he's going to scream or come after me. Jeez, he really is all show. If he was just a little bit more mature, he wouldn't be so much trouble for the people around him. That man is dead. He's gone. From the back of the school where the archery range is based, I enter the school building. It's past 7, but I can't see anyone in the hallway.
あれ？遠坂さんだ。
Oh, you look like a nice person.
おはようございます、藤村先生。
おはよう遠坂さん。ちゃんと挨拶してくれて先生は嬉しいよ。
Oh, well. She's a bit weird, I guess. The strange woman seems to be crying of happiness. It's hard to believe, but this person of surpassing friendliness and cheerfulness is a teacher at this school. Yeah, can you imagine teachers being like young and youthful and vibrant of energy and not just old codgers like you see in the media?
先生、ちゃんと挨拶をする以外にする挨拶があるのでしょうか？
あるわよ。1年生はちゃんと挨拶してくれるんだけどね。上級生になってくると私の名字で挨拶しないんだから。
はあ、よくわかりませんけど、先生に失礼なことはしませんが。
So far, Sensei is best girl. Ujimura Sensei waves goodbye and leaves. Fortunately, she isn't my homeroom teacher. Ujimura Sensei teaches English. Oh, that will be fun. She has such a kind face, but she also has a black belt in Kendo. Okay. And I hear she was respected as the Tiger Fuyuki in her student days. Yo, but I'm doubling down on Sensei as best girl. It's almost 7:30. I can see a few students doing club activities outside, but there's no sign of anyone in the school building. Still.
遠坂。
Oh, you're the handsome glasses one. I bump into someone who greets me rudely.
あら、生徒会長。
Oh, it's the
こんな朝早くから校舎の見回り
student president.
それとも各部室の
Oh
手入れ
my
かしら
god. There's always
どっ
gotta
ちで
be
もいいけど
one.
相変わらず豆ね、そういうとこ。
The student president makes an unhappy face. For some reason, I seem to be his enemy. I really don't know why. Perhaps it's just because I said skip the temples, they're boring, and I'm meeting to plan for the field trip. Ooh, ouch, yeah.
一つ聞いておくが、最近夜遅くまで校舎にいたことはあるか、遠坂。
Would that be a bad thing?
ないわね。私が帰宅部だって知ってるでしょ、竜斗くんは。
伊勢、修理終わった
Okay.
ぞ。
No, that guy on the left. That guy. That's the people who are killed or die. The people who die. Wait, what was it? People die who are killed and stuff like that. That's him, isn't it? And then a guy appears who I didn't expect to find here.
と、悪い。頼んだのはこっちなのに、エミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった。許せ。
そんなこと気にするな。で、次はどこだよ。
ああ、次は視聴覚室だ。前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
天寿全うしてたら直せないだろ。買い直した方が早いぞ。
そうなんだが、一応見てくれると助かる。俺から見れば臨終だが。
Not how technology works, my dude, but okay.
そうか。なら試そう。
The student president leaves with the male student. Not an ellipses, but line. My thoughts have stopped at this sudden event. The guy with wrenches and spanners in hand turns back as if remembering something.
朝早いんだ。
There he is in the hallway. Slightly further away. And with that, he leaves. Alright. Was that supposed to be a greeting? The student whom the president called Emiya leaves quickly. Emiya. That would be Emiya Shiro from class 2C.
それはいいんだけどさ。
How can I put it? I just think it's hard to tell whether a guy who looks at home holding a wrench is useful or scary. Really? You're gonna dislike the wrench? It's 7:30 in the morning, and there's no one in class 2A. I sit at my desk and work on a few math problems. There's 30 minutes until homeroom. I guess I'll just be bored until my classmates arrive. Yo, that's why you bring a Switch. Fourth period ends and the noisy lunch break begins. I buy lunch and head for the empty rooftop. There is no way that these rooftops would be as empty as they are in anime. That'd be the dopest place to hang out for everyone. It's a convenient location as no student would come near it. Oh, right, I guess it's winter. It's too cold to eat, but that's a small price to pay for being able to eat without worrying about other people. Finish my sandwich and my hot lemon drink. I'm a bit tired. It's a difficult balance being a good student while trying not to be too social. My vanity, no, my conviction that I must be number one both academically and physically. If I'm to be a student, I want to be the best, and it's unthinkable for me to dishonor the Tosaka name. But at the same time, I have a dangerous job as a magus, so I shouldn't associate with normal people. Normally, any magus whose identity is discovered has no choice but to eliminate the witness. I don't want to do that. So inevitably, my social life has become a shallow one.
もう時間か。
Finish my hot lemon drink and stand up. I should stop drowning in sentimentality and go back to being the usual Rin Tasaka as I go down the stairs.
では、ホームルームを終了する。日直は日誌と戸締まりの確認を。
You look like a villain, good sir.
部活動のない生徒は速やかに帰宅するように。
That or a very tired teacher. 2A's homeroom, teacher exits after repeating his usual line. As far as I know, this line hasn't changed all year. No, he's just tired. That's understandable. I head straight home. Once I leave school, Tosaka Rin is no longer a student. The rest of the day is not for myself as a student. Instead, I must become a magus of the Tosaka family. Back at my house, I'm greeted by the blinking light on my answering machine.
留守電なんて珍しいな。相手はやっぱりあんたか、キレ。
Telemarketers, am I right?
私だ。
Oh, Norio Wakamoto. It's not him, I know. It's a joke.
期限は明日までだぞ、リン。あまり悠長に構えられては困る。残る席はあと2つだ。
Dang, we better get those tickets to Avengers 4, am I right?
お前にはすでに0時の兆しが現れているのだ。さっさとサーバントを召喚し、0時を開け。もっとも、聖杯戦争に参加しないというのならば話は別だ。命が惜しいのなら、早々に教会に駆け込むがいい。
The message ends there. His words are concise. He's telling me that if I'm to fight, I should get ready by today. And if I'm not going to fight, I'm an eyesore and should just retire quickly.
言われなくても分かってるわよ。
Well, she can't deny it can't be helped. What if you take a shot every time it can't be helped appears in a Japanese game? You would have a good time because it's just frequent enough that it just keeps you on the up and up. You wouldn't die, but you'd hear it a lot. The requirement to enter the Holy Grail War. That is to summon a familiar called a servant and to form a contract with it. No matter how great a magus a person is, one is not considered a master until he has a servant under him. Servants are beings very different from normal familiars. The methods of summoning and controlling them are different as well. A magus is planning to enter the Holy Grail War usually prepares a catalyst to summon one, but
ほんと、父さんもセイバーにゆかりのものを残してくれればよかったのに。
there she is. The name. I don't have anything with any connection. I can summon a servant. If I wanted to, I could summon one right now and form a contract with it. That said, I guess you can't go out to sea without a compass. Or perhaps I could say things are completely unplanned?
サーバントはシンボルによって引き寄せられる。強力なサーバントを呼び出したいのなら、そのサーバントにゆかりのあるものが必要不可欠なのだ。
They planted the seeds for a gacha game early with you literally roll for summons. In other words, a sword, armor, talisman, bone of that servant, or something like that. Something valuable beyond belief.
父さんの遺言に期待してたんだけどな。これはこれでものすごい切り札なんだけど。
It's like, well, it's a good thing I have this signed Michael Jackson glove. Put that down there. The strongest servant. The pendant I found last night in the basement is one of the best artifacts in its class. It's great in its own way. It's great, but it won't help me to summon my servant.
いいわよ。そんなものに頼らなくたってなんとかなるわ。そもそも私以外にセーバーを扱えるマスターなんているはずないし。
Well, considering I know you don't get Saber, this is gonna be heckin' embarrassing. Late at night. The clock is about to strike 2. Oh, dang, that's the worst. At 2 o'clock, you're like, do I just risk staying up? Or do I just, like, what? There's no point. This is the best time frame for my magical energy. The peak of my magical energy is exactly at 2 in the morning. Man, that must suck. Can you imagine if you get, like, a nice solid, like, 2 in the afternoon? Ooh, look at this satanic imagery. A little bit of blood, just a bit. I engraved the circle onto the floor of the basement. You don't need a large-scale summoning to summon the servant. Servants are called forth by the Holy Grail. As the Master's priority is to keep the servant in this world and to supply them with enough magical energy to substantiate, the Holy Grail takes care of the summoning. It's almost 2 in the morning. Completing the magic circle passed down through the Tosaka family, I face it with all my power. Oh, I see. Anfang. We're just getting random words now? I flip the formless switch inside me. Oh, is that the next iteration? Okay. Nintendo going crazy with them, I guess. I feel a sensation if the contents of my body are being exchanged. The usual nerves invert into circuits transmitting magical energy. My body is burning hot. This fire inside me glows. I'm just gonna try and quote G Gundam, but I totally forget what it is. An illusion of myself growing horns. I mean, you have twin tails, which is close. An illusion of wings growing out of my back. An illusion of scales forming on my hands. Lizard people. And sensation of being in water. I start to sweat. Stab, stab. Swords are driven into my body. This is the pain caused by my human form rejecting itself as the magic circuit. No matter how great a magus you are, a human is human. This pain will result as long as people use magic in a human body, and lose myself within that pain. And at the same time, I feel that I've reached my goal. My overly sensitive hearing keeps recognizing the sound of the clock in the living room. 10 more seconds until 2 in the morning. The power within me is perfect and flawless.
Fate,
it says it right there. Fate. And we're at night. And if it stays night, then we have fate stay night, right? Oh, dang.
聖杯のウルベに従い、この断りに従うならば答えよ。誓いをここに。我は常世すべての善となるもの。我は常世すべての悪を敷くもの。汝三代の言霊をまとう七天。抑止の輪より来たれ。天秤の守り手よ。
Do it? 2-star, Donald. Perfect. I've drawn the strongest card for sure. This is just gotcha. Jeez, I can't wait for my vision to return. My vision should recover in a matter of seconds. And there will be the summoned servant right in front of me. Nothing.
はい？
Nothing is nothing. There is no change. I've raged out that much ether and nothing has formed. And on top of that, I hear an explosion from the living room. Well,
扉壊れてる。
oh dang, who's breaking in? The living room door is crooked. There's no point in turning the handle. The door doesn't open, even as I push and pull it.
もう邪魔だかな。
With a crash, I kick through the door into the living room. And the instant I walk into the living room, I understand everything. Oh, it's KG Tang! I remember playing as him in the, Fate Stella Link. The living room is a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling. There's one man sitting on it cockily. There's one more thing important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away, having escaped destruction. Wait, did we not set back the clock? That reminds me. Yes, that's right, come to think of it. Oh no! It all came back! Come to think of it, every clock in my house was an hour early today for some reason.
またやっちゃった。
Did it again, she says. I can do most things just like everyone else, but I have one hereditary curse. That is to make the biggest mistakes at the most important times. It's a pretty rough thing to
やっちゃっ
have.
たことは仕方ない。
Chikatanai!
それで、あんた何？
開口一番それか。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられた
Oh,
も
we're
のだ。
gonna have a wonderful time together, I'm sure, sir.
確認するけど、あなたは私のサーバントで間違いない？
それはこちらが聞きたいな。君こそ私のマスターなのか。ここまで乱暴な
So
相
they
関は初
do
めてで
have memories of
正
previous
直
masters, okay.
状況がつかめない。
当たり前じゃない。あなたが私に呼ばれたサーバントなら、あなたのマスターは私以外に誰がいるっていうのよ。
おうそうか。まあ仮の話なんだが、とりあえずそうだとしよう。それで君が私のマスターである証はどこにある？
Oh, do we have to do the command spell or something? The servant talks nonsense, grinning. He must think I'll panic about this proof of master thing.
ここよ。あなたのマスターである証ってこれでしょ？
What was that? Oh, I show him the command spell on the back of my right hand. Hey, there you go. Heh. Don't think I don't know anything.
納得いった？これでもまだ文句を言うの？
I thrust before him the proof that I'm a master. The servant in the rebel looks confused. Then,
まあ言ったな。本気で言っているのか、お嬢さん。
his face clouds with discontent.
本気かってなんでよ？
その考えがだ。霊樹があればマスターなのか？霊樹などサーバントを利する道具に過ぎないだろう。まったくそんな形だけのものでマスターブルとはな。私が見たかったのは 君が忠誠を振るうにふさわしい人物かどうかだったのだが。
何よ。それじゃあ私はマスター失格？
そう願いたいが、そうはいくまい。令状がある以上、私の召喚
There,
者
he
は君
admitted
の
it.
ようだ。
He gives an exaggerated shrug of his shoulders. Oh. This is bad. My boiling point is so low, it seems I won't be able to cool down in time.
全くもって不満だが、認めよう。とりあえず、君は私のマスターだ。だが、私にも条件がある。私は今後、君の言い分には従
He's
わ
like
な
a
い。
level
戦
30
闘方針は私
Pokemon,
が決めるし、
and we're a
君はそれに
beginner
従って
trainer.
行動
I
する。
see. I see. Naruhodo.
どうせ君に令状は使えまい。
Oh, wait, why's that?
まあ、後のことは私に任せて、君は自分の身の安全を。
あ、玉来た。
She's doing it. She's making the text big.
いいわ。そんなに言うなら使ってやろうじゃない。アンファン。
She's doing it. There's no holding back now. I've no sympathy for a twisted guy like him.
まさか。待て、正気かマスター。そんなことで令状を使うやつが。
Wait, is it like a serious
うる
thing?
さい。いい？あんたは私のサーバント。なら私の言い分には絶対服従ってもんでしょ。
The symbol on my right hand throbs. 3 command spells. The essence of the Holy Grail War. The 3 claims to the servant's unconditional obedience is now used.
考えなすか君は。こんな大雑把なことに令状を使うなど。
Huh, it's too late now. First of all, I wasn't expecting this either. I hate myself so much I want to die. Yo, big same though. To go ahead and use the important command spell for something like this. Is it not just a general use sort of thing? Leaving the ruined living room behind, we move to my room. Oh, I didn't black out. We just moved here. All right. In front of me is the servant who should be absolutely obedient for my command spell.
なるほど。君の性質は大体理解したぞ、マスター。念のため尋ねるが、君は令状がどれほど重要か理解しているのか？
Not particularly, due to the fact that I am just starting this game.
令状はサーバントを強制的に行動させるものだ。それは行動を止めるだけでなく、行動を強化させるという意味でもある。例えば、私はここから遠くの場所まで瞬間的には移動できない。だが、令状で行けと命じれば、それが私と君の魔力で届くことならば可能となる。
Oh, okay, this is, okay. Huh, interesting.
強制命令権とはそういうことだ。サーバント自身でも制御できない、肉体の限界さえ突破させる大魔術の結晶が
wait.
3つの令状なんだ。
That is a
まあ、
3-use
今では
item
2
and
つに
we...
減ってしまったがな。
Oh, no!
知ってるわよ、そんなこと。いいじゃない、まだ2つあるんだし。あなたに命じた規則は無駄じゃないんだし。
確かに、これは私の誤算だった。
Yeah, if you weren't such a big dumb butt, we would have it still.
令状というものは曖昧な命令には効きが弱くなる。私を守り通せ、この戦いに勝てなどといった広く長く効果が続くものには令状の力が弱くなる。
Oh, wait,
逆
it
に
hurts them? Okay.
次の一撃を死ぬ気で放て、あのグラスだけは壊すなといった単一の命令は絶対で、よほど強力なサーバントでも逆らうのは難しくなる。
じゃあ、私のさっきの令状は無意味ってこと？
通常ならそうなのだがな。どうも、君の魔術師としての性能は桁が違ったらしい。
Do we actually... Oh!
前言を撤回しよう、マスター。年齢は若いが、君は卓越した魔術師だ。
やめてよ。確かにいろいろ言い合ったけど、そんなの喧嘩両成敗っていうか。
そうか。いや、話のわかるマスターで助かった。
なんか切り返し早いわね、あんた。
何？誤算は誤算だったが、嬉しい誤算というやつだったからな。これほどの才能があるのなら、君を戦いに巻き込むことに異論はない。
seems to be saying he's found a powerful master, so...
じゃあレイジュ抜きで私がマスターだって認めるのね。
無論だ。先ほどは召喚されたばかりで馴染んでいなかったが、今では完
Okay,
全に
this guy is so pedantic. Like, oh,
魔術師であるのなら
you should have just said so from the beginning. And he's like, well, you should have just known from the beginning.
契約？
Now that he mentions it, my body does feel strange. Whoa. Feels like the nerves, once closed within me, are now pointing outwards. And on top of that, part of my magical energy is flowing into the man in front of me.
そっか。サーバントは聖杯に呼ばれるけど、呼ばれたサーバントをこの世に留めるのは。
そう、マスターの力だ。サーバントはマスターからの魔力提供によってこの世に留まる。
で、あなた何のサーバント？
I collect myself and finally get to the point.
見てわからないか？ああ、それは結構。
わかったわ。これはマスターとしての質問よ。ねえ、あなたセイバーじゃないの？
99% certain he's not a saber. There's a lot of sabers.
剣は持っていない。
Oh, you don't have a sword. As I suspected. This is natural, though. I mistook the time, the summoning circle didn't work, and I summoned the servant to the wrong place. It was all too clumsy to call Saber the strongest servant. Saber is the one you want.
ドジったわ。あれだけ宝石を使っておいてセイバーじゃないなんて目も当てられない。
悪かったな、セイバーでなくて。
え？ああ、そりゃ痛恨のミスだから残念だけど、悪いのは私なんだから。
ああ、どうせアーチャーでは派手さに欠けるだろうよ。
Okay, so yeah, I know he's Archer, but I don't know his, because I know the whole thing of they have their class name and then their real name. No idea who this guy is.
勘に触ったあーちゃん。
触った。見ていろ。必ず自分が幸運だったと思い知らせてやる。
まあいいわ。それであんたどこの英霊なのよ。
Archer doesn't answer. His sarcastic tone disappears and he frowns seriously.
あーちゃん？マスターである私がサーバントであるあなたに聞いているんだけど。
I have no idea who this guy's supposed to be.
秘密だ。
Oh.
は？
私がどのようなものだったかは答えられない。それは。
Oh, that face again. Archer must be really troubled as he opens his mouth like he'd rather not say anything.
なぜかというと、
Oh,
自
well,
分でもわからない。
that makes things complicated.
はあ？何よそれ？あんた私のことバカにしてるわけ
No, I don't think he is, considering the command
マ
spells
ス
in
ターを侮
place,
辱する
but...
つもりはない。ただ、これは君の不完全な召喚のつけだ。
Okay, it is our fault.
どうも、記憶に混乱が見られる。自分が何者であるかはわかるのだが、名前や素性がどうも曖昧だ。まあ、さして重要な欠落ではないから、気にすることはないのだが。
気にすることはない。気にするわよそんなの。あんたがどんな英霊か知らなきゃどのくらい強いのかわからないじゃない。
なんだ、そんなことは問題ではなかろう。さまつな問題だよ、それは。
さまつってあんたね、相棒の強さがわからないんじゃ作戦の立てようがないでしょ。そんなんで戦っていけるわけないじゃない。
何を言う。
Oh, please don't face
私
forwards.
は
Oh, I
君
don't
が
like
呼び出
that.
したサーバントだ。それが最強でないはずがない。
We'll see about that, bucko. Straightforwardly. The knight in red looks at me with absolute confidence and trust.
わかった。しばらくあなたの正体に関しては不問にしましょう。それじゃあじゃあ最初の仕事だけど。
Is it let me sleep? It is 1 in the morning.
早速か。好戦的だな、君は。それで敵は？
As he's asking, I throw a dustpan at... Oh my goodness.
うん。
下の掃除お願い。 あんたが散らかしたんだから責任持ってきれいにしといてね。
Oh, this boy is whipped.
待て。君はサーバントを何だと思っている？
Well, I think if we look up that word in the English dictionary, you'd see that this is more fitting than you would think.
使い魔でしょ。ちょっと生意気で扱いに困るけど。
The servant in the red coat, Archer, closes his eyes in dismay.
了解した。地獄に落ちろ、マスター。
Well, it's getting late, so I should rest for tonight. I can decide about how to treat him after I wake up. Is he a dog now? I don't know. Oh. The day of fate comes to a close. There are 6, including myself now. Once the last one summons a servant, the 7th one, who is not yet a master, this Holy Grail war will commence. It's not far ahead. The battle I've waited 10 years for is about to commence. The Holy Grail War. It is a great ritual which has been practiced for hundreds of years. If one enters the ritual, one must eliminate the other 6, as it is a battle for one's life. Now, is it like a battle royale, where it's just throw them all at once and get going? It is said that the Holy Grail is in the land of Fuyuki. Weird that it went to Japan. The many magi have fought each other here in the past. They had only one purpose, to obtain the noble phantasm called the Holy Grail, but the origin of the Holy Grail is unknown. It's certain that it never received the blood of God, but its power matches that of... Okay, so it's not the Holy Grail that Jesus did the Jesus deed in, but its power matches that of the one in the legend. Yes. It is said that the Holy Grail can grant any wish. Only one who has the right to possess it, or only one has the right to possess it. The Holy Grail can grant one wish for one person. But 7 magi are needed to summon the Holy Grail in this land. It's always the number 7, right? 1 miracle, 7 collaborators. Began like an ordinary fight over resources. 7 magi use the power of the Holy Grail equally to summon a familiar, a servant, to battle the other magi. Only 1 magus will obtain the Holy Grail. And so, each of them treated the other 6, once allies, now as enemies, and a gruesome fight began. This is the ritual called the Holy Grail War, a competition between magi for the Holy Grail. The pattern inscribed on my right hand after summoning Archer. This is the command spell. The holy sign granted by the Holy Grail is the proof of a master who summoned a servant. This mark with concentrated magical energy is an instantaneous one, not an eternal one. It is consumed by use, and as appearance suggests, it has 1 use for each strike. Okay, so you got 1 in the middle, then 2, then 3. Got it. In other words, only 3 times. A master who loses all 3 of their command spells will be unable to control their servant and faces death. Oh, that's extra bad. It's really only 2 uses then. Well, that's the gist of it. The Holy Grail War will start when the 7 servants are all summoned. I can't just sleep in. I don't know when the last master will appear, but it should be soon. Like right now. Wake up, dudes in the room, let's fight.
もう朝9時過ぎてる。遅刻どころの話じゃない。
Yeah, you know what? At that point, just take a day. You need one. Glancing at the clock, I can confirm to myself that I'll be skipping school today.
あいつの記憶が戻るまで切り札は封印か。思い出せないんじゃ使いようがないしね。
Okay, Noble Phantasm. Gotta know who he is to use it. Got it. Servants are powerful familiars on their own, but what makes them the most powerful is the fact that they all have one powerful secret move. Hey! Problem is, Archer says he can't remember what it is.
まあ火はこっちにもあるし、なんとかやっていくしかないか。あ、見直したかもこれ。
Oh, he made it all nice. The living room is just the way it was. I only expect him to clear up the rubble, so I moved that he went this far.
日はとっくに昇っているぞ。また、随分とだらしがないんだな、君は。
Please do not use that word, my dude.
なるほど。本調子ではなさそうだな。昨夜は元気だったが、睡眠をとって疲れが出たのだろ
Oh,
う。
look, he's concerned. Or he's gonna use it to dunk on me.
紅茶でよければご馳走しよう。
Hey, lovely. So at home in a stranger's house. Archer stands, takes out a new teacup without a moment's confusion, and pours a fine rose-colored tea.
まあいいけど、疲れてるのは事実だし、飲む。
Take a seat. He hands me the teacup silently and I take a sip. Oh, it's good. Look at this smug dude.
ちょっと、何笑ってるのよ、あんた。
何、感想が聞きたかったが、その顔では聞くまでもないと思っただけだ。
I slammed the cup down onto the table, but not that much, just a small noise.
もったいない。熱いうちに味わった方がいいぞ。私が気に障るなら消えているが。
ごちそうさま。結構よ。私は茶坊主が欲しくてマスターになったわけじゃないわ。あなたもね、頼みもしないことをする必要はないわよ。
ん？特にはないとはどういう意味かな？
別に好きなようにとって結構よ。
Oh, is there any worse sentence than interpret it however you want?
それより、あなた自分の正体を思い出せた？
Archer shakes his head. Just as I thought, it's bad. If you can't remember it after one night, it's not gonna come back easily.
わかった。あなたの記憶に関してはおいおい対策を考えとく。
Give him a strong whack upside the head.
じゃあ出かける支度をしてハーチャー。召喚されたばかりで勝手もわからないでしょ。街を案内してあげるから。
出かける支度？いや、そんな必要はないだろう。出るのならばすぐに出られるが。
Yeah, but I just woke up. I'm a wreck.
あのね、そんな格好で出歩くつもり？どう見ても普通じゃないし、他のマスターが見たら一発でサーバントってわかるじゃない。
To be fair, as people said, this game did come out, and it takes place in 2004, so right after Devil May Cry 2 came out, and right before Devil May Cry 3 came out. So, like, honestly, just say you're a Dante cosplayer from 2, and people would be like, oh yeah, it's looking good, shame about the game, but no, it's good.
ああ、そういうことか。それも問題はない。確かに着替える必要はあるが、それは実体化している時だけでね。
Wait, what? Take form? What?
サーバントはもともと霊体だ。非戦闘時には霊体になってマスターにかける負担を減らす。
Whoa. Their stands.
ああ、そっか。召喚されたって英霊は英霊だものね。霊体に肉体を与えるのはマスターの魔力なんだから、
But it's
私が魔力提供をカットすれば。
a stand that can be seen by anyone and summoned when they... Oh,
自
interesting.
然。我々も霊体に戻る。
わ、便利。それじゃあ本当に他のマスターを探し出すなんて難しいんだ。
ああ。だが、魔術師は魔術師を知覚でき
I
る
was
だろ
gonna
う。
say, there should be some way to just look at their magical aura and be like, you have a stand coming out of you, sir. This is Archer says. Master is usually a great magus. Magus with strong magical energy is sensitive to other magical energy. But as far as I know, no one in this town has magical energy that strong.
で、あんたはどうなの？他のサーバントの位置、わかる？
マスター、私のクラスは何か忘れたのか？遠く離れた敵の位置を探るなど、騎士上がりにできるものか？
Well, I guess not. Archer's magical energy isn't that strong. I expect only the servant caster would have enough magical energy to locate enemies from a distance. See, I don't like the name servant caster.
じゃあ、とりあえず後についてきて、
I'll tell you why.
あーちゃん。あなたの呼び出された世界を見せてあげるから。
Caster, or castor, is the French word for beaver. So when I hear it, I just think of a beaver.
そう目新しいものではなさそうだがね。それよりマスター、君、大切なことを忘れていないか？
ああ、しまった。名前。
Yeah, this is kind of important.
思い当たったか？まあ、今からでも遅くはないさ。それでマスター、君の名前は？
Call
これ
me,
からは何と呼べばいい？
call me Spin Master Rin.
私、遠坂凛よ。あなたの好きなように呼んでいいわ。
No, don't say call me whatever you like because because he will abuse that and call you squirt. Well, actually, it would probably be easier for me to be addressed in a reserved manner like you or master, and he'll probably call me that. But that said, Archer mutters my name to himself.
それではリンと。ああ、この響きは実に君に似合っている。リン、どうした？何やら顔色がおかしいが。
うるさい。いいからさっさと行くわよ、あーちゃん。とにかくのんびりしてる暇なんてないんだから。
She's embarrassed because it's a first name. Oh, wacky sensibilities. I go out with Archer. Oh man, the tunes in this are so chill. The city we live in, Fuyuki City, can basically be divided into two towns. Here, the place with the old house and traditional buildings is Miyama City. On the other side of the river is Shinto, where modern development is happening. And this is a large bridge connecting Shinto and Miyama City. A few years ago, a big station was built over that side and has been growing rapidly ever since. Shinto is all like this. The rapidly developing town started to build tall buildings as if rushed by something, and as a result, it looks very artificial. Though that's only in the last 10 years. From what I heard, the big fire here 10 years ago pretty much burned down the whole residential district. Oh, when they said the big fire, I thought it was like a metaphor thing, but nope, that's literal. The buildings were constructed on land no one lived on anymore. Ooh. And? This is the center of it.
ここが神都の公園よ。これで主だったところを歩いて回ったわけだけど。
Be like, yo, what a dump.
だというのに人気がないのは何か理由でもあるのか？
やっぱりそう見える？まあ、ここはちょっとした曰くがあるから。
Is this haunted?
10年前の話よ。この辺り一帯で大きな火事があったんだって。火は一日燃え続けて、雨が降り出した頃に消えたんだとか。その後町は復興したけど、ここだけはそのままなの。
Archer says nothing. But even though I can't see him, I can tell that he is feeling something special.
気づいたみたいね。そうよ。
Oh!
ここが前回の聖杯戦争決着の地。私も事情は知らないけど、前回の聖杯戦争はここで終結してそれきり。
なるほど。それでこんなにもここは怨念に満ちているというわけか。
わかるの？そういうの。
サーバントというのは霊体だ。そのあり方は怨念、妄執に近い。故に同じ無念には敏感なのさ。街中でも濃い場所はあるが、ここは別格だ。我らから見れば固有結界のそれに近い。
Archer brings up an unusual term in a motionless voice. Yeah, what is a reality marble? Reality marble. One of the magics considered the principle of magi, said to be infinitely close to sorcery. For hundreds of years, a boundary field has been the defensive field that protects a magus. A boundary field is something applied to an existing area or building to protect oneself from outside enemies. Okay, so like the thing on your house, right? But it is merely a transformation applied to what already exists. But a reality marble is different. A reality marble is an image that erodes reality. The imagined world of a magus, a boundary field that paints over reality by letting a magus's heart take form. That is what we call a reality marble. In other words, it's a large ranged magic that distorts, no, remakes the world as the magus wishes. What does that mean?
どうした？
ちょっと意外だったから。固有結界だなんて、アーチャーのくせに珍しい言葉を知ってるなって。
なんだ、知っていてはおかしいか？
だってそうじゃない。固有結界っていうのは魔術師にとっては
Okay.
禁忌中の禁忌。
Reality marble,
奥義の中の奥義
forbidden
なの。
magic, causes the world to be
アーチャーであ
changed
るあなたが
for
知ってるなんて筋違い
how
よ。
the magus wants it to go? Is that about right?
リン、英雄とは剣術、魔術に長けたものを指す。アーチャーだからといって弓しか使えないと思うのは勝手だが、私以外のサーバントにそんな楽観は持たないでくれ。
わかったわよ。今のは軽率な発言だったわ。次からは気をつけるからこれでいいでしょ。
リン、ズバリ言おう。君は優秀だが、それゆえに他人を過小評価する欠点がある。成人するまでには矯正したまえ。
That's legitimately wonderful advice.
何気に失礼なこと言うわね、あんた。
Reform. That's like training bad habits out of a horse.
いや、失礼。別にリンがジャジャ馬だと言ったわけではない。単にイメージ通りの表現を使っただけというか。
Calling her a horse.
なおさら悪いわ。
Oh. My right arm suddenly hurts.
リン、
ちょっと黙って、あーちゃん。
The command spell engraved on my right hand is hurting. Small warning, as if to get my attention.
誰かに見られてる。
I don't know who it is. If Archer can't sense it, it has to be a master. There aren't 7 of us yet. If we wanted to, we could start the fight at any time.
レイジはレイジに反応する。マスターであるのなら、誰がマスターであるかは出会えば感じられるということか。だがそれならリンにも相手が識別できるのではないか。
ええ。けど高位の術者なら自分の魔力ぐらい隠し通せる。いくら霊樹同士が反応するって言っても、その霊樹だって魔力で発動するものよ。
厄介だな。ではこちらはいいように位置を知らせているということか。
でしょうね。まあ私だって家探しすれば魔力殺しぐらいは見つかるだろうけど。
必要ないと。
そう。だって隠さなければ向こうからやってきてくれるでしょ。
Oh, hey, that's a risky move.
何よ、自信過剰はいけないって言いたいの？
I ask, remembering our previous conversation. But Archer just says, "Udada," I'm guessing.
君はそのままが一番強い。
No, that's no, wait, no, that's no. Impossible is masaka. Mudada is useless. Look at me, being horrible at Japanese.
はあ、小物には付きまとわせてやるがよかろう。
We tour the important places, really dragging our observer around, having dinner along the way, bring things to a conclusion. We've been walking a lot, and it's now 7. At this time of night, our destination should give us the best view. And we're going to the lookout point. Whoa! Less of a lookout point and more on top of a city. I was expecting over on a hill, but no, we're on top of a building, a strong wind. The tallest building in Shinto.
どう？ここなら見通しがいいでしょ、あーちゃん。
はあ、将来君と付き合う男に同情するな。よくもまあ、ここまで好き勝手連れ回してく
This
れ
is
た
just
ものだ。
them one-upping each other, isn't it?
何か言ったあーちゃん。
素直な感想を少し。と、確かにいい場所だ。初めからここに来れば歩き回る必要もなかったのだが。
何言ってるのよ。確かに見晴らしはいいけど、ここからわかるのは街の前景だけじゃない。実際にその場に行かないと街の作りはわからないわ。
そうでもないが、アーチャーのクラスは伊達ではないぞ。旧兵は目が良くなければ務まらん。
そうなの？それじゃあここから家が見える？あーちゃん。
いや、さすがに隣町までは見えない。せいぜい橋あたりまでだな。
嘘。タイルって橋のタイル？
That's not just good. His eyesight could match the telescopes you find on these rooftops. All I can see with my eyesight is the lights below the building. Like the headlights of cars in the streets and the people going home after work. I can't tell what kind of cars or what kinds of people they are. Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on me. There's no reaction from my command spell. I just feel someone's eyes on me.
下？
Look down. Many people walking around on the road. Among them is a person. One person is looking at me, as if I'm looking up at the moon, or as if looking up at the moon. I can't tell for sure who it is. Can't tell for sure, but I still know who it is. It's surprising. What's he doing at this kind of time?
敵を見つけたのか。
Archer calls out to me as if sensing my excitement.
別にただの知り合い。私たちには関係のない一
It
般人
was
よ。
protagonist man, who I am still incredibly surprised we're not. I answer, unable to hide my irritation, and leave the place to where I was standing. There's no way he could have seen me from the ground. He must have been looking up at the building by coincidence. Oh, it doesn't mean I was noticed. Still, I'm angry that I let him see me acting as a magus.
こんなところね。街の作りは大体わかった？
ん？ああ、町のことならわかる。あと
なら今日はここまでね。私もまだ本調子じゃないし、家に戻って休みましょう。
Climb the road up the gentle hill. And there's someone walking in front of us.
あれ、さくら？
This is bad. I don't want to see her right now.
リン、何を隠れている？
黙ってて。うん。今日は
It's not
学校
even,
休んだし
I don't want her to know that
あ
I'm
んまり
out here
顔を合
with
わ
my
せたくないの。
spiritual energy. It's, oh no, I skipped school. I'm gonna get in big trouble if I'm seen. On the road, there's the well-known first-year student and a foreigner I don't know. They're talking about something. It seems the foreigner is talking to Sakura against her wishes.
リン、知り合いとは外国人の方か？
いいえ、知らない。この辺りは洋館が多いから、どっかよそから遊びに来てるんじゃない？
I say that much, then scold myself for being too soft where that girl is involved.
あ、じゃあ、あいつ人間？
さあ、実態はあるから人間なのだろう。少なくともサーバントではない。二人とも言ったな。女は坂を登っていく。男は
Blonde guy goes down the road we came up. Whomst be the blonde man?
それじゃああなたはここを使って。私はもう眠るけど、何か質問はある？
とりわけ重要な疑問はない。すぐに戦闘を仕掛けない君の判断は正しいよ。
Boy, he
今夜は
is
魔力の回復を行うべきだろう。
right to the point. Fatigue hits me hard once I walk into my room.
そうだ。眠る前に綺麗に連絡しないと。電話と。
I dial the number. And soon the fake priest picks up. Oh, so he's fake. Okay.
綺麗？私だけど、昨日サーバントと契約したから。正式にマスター登録お願い。
いいだろ。ではどうする？一度こちらに顔を出さないか？君のご両親から預かっているものもある。君がマスターになった場合にのみ、成人前に伝えてほしいと頼まれているのだが。
ああ、それって父さんの遺言のこと？それならもう解読して手に入れたからいいわ。それじゃ気が向いたらお邪魔するからよろしく。
待てリン。マスターになったのなら。
I hang up, not hearing him out, which seems like a terrible idea.
さて、これで準備は終わりっと。
All that's left to do is sleep. When I wake up next, it should be a completely different morning. 10 years ago. What? Oh, 10 years. Okay. Weird transition. The Holy Grail War, in which my father competed as a master and was defeated. Now I'm entering that same battle. So, after breakfast, I clearly explain my immediate plans.
何？学校に行くだと？
Yeah, man. Gotta. It's all part of the appeal of the genre.
ええ、何か問題あるかしら、あーちゃん。
問題はないが、しかし。
Archer hesitates, but does not object.
リン、マスターになったからには常に敵マスターを警戒しなくてはならない。学校という場は不意の襲撃に備えにくい場所だろ。
そんなことはないけどね。いいあーちゃん。私はマスターになったからって今までの生活を変える気はないわ。それにマスター同士の戦いは人目を避けるものでしょ。それなら人目につく学校にいれば不意打ちされることはまずないと思うけど。
そうか。リンがそう決めたのなら私は従うだけだ。だが 例体化して君の護衛をするぐらいはいいのだろうな。
当たり前じゃない。学校に限らず外に出るときはそばにいてもらうからね。マスターを守るのもサーバントの役割なんだから、頼りにしてるわ。
だがリン、もしもの話だが、その安全な場所に敵がいたとしたらどうする？
何？学校にマスターがいるかもしれないって仮定？それはないんじゃないかな。この町には魔術師の家系は遠坂とあと一つしかないの。そのあと一つって
Boy,
いう
this
家系は落ちぶれて
probably
るし、
seems
マスター
very
にもなってない
important.
し。
マスターになっていないとどうしてわかる？
あのね、うち以外に魔術師の家系がいるんなら真っ先に確かめるのは当然でしょ。そいつマスターにはなってなかったし、あっちの家系の後継者にはマスターになるだけの魔力がないから無視して構わないわ。
よし、確かに聞いたぞ。それでは行こうか、リン。君の学び屋まで30分。そろそろ出なければ間に合わない時間帯だ。
Oh man, he's now my GPS, huh? Telling me how long it takes to get places. He's gonna tell me there's heavy traffic on 3rd Ave?
もしもの話って本当にあるのね。
What? Wait, what?
空気がよどんでるどころの話じゃない。
Oh
も
no!
う結界が張られて
Huh.
ない。
完全にではないが、すでに準備は始まっているようだな。
Somebody's setting this up.
ここまで派手にやっているということは、よほどの大物か。
とんでもない素人ね。異常を感じさせる結界なんて三流だもの。やるんなら仕掛ける時まで隠し通しておくのが一流よ。
I walk angrily through the schoolyard. As a magus, I'm not about to mince words, but I can't be satisfied until I properly punish the creator of this boundary field. So whom is it gonna be? I think it's the creepy homeroom teacher, because they showed him for a second, and as soon as I saw it, it's like, that's a villain. After second period, while walking back from the music room, I see a first-year student walking unsteadily.
手伝うわ、さくら。
Look at this wooby.
遠坂先輩。
I hate that type of voice for characters, I'm gonna be real.
何、プリント？世界史って言ったらうちの担任じゃない。クズキのやつ、女生徒に使いをさせるなんて何考えてんだか。ほら、半分貸して。はい、ありがとうございます、先輩。
Oh, she put the gozaimasu in there.
いいっていいって。それじゃあこれ、さくらのクラスまで？クズキ先生のところです。誤字があったから回収するって言ってました。
Oh man. Oh geez. This is weird because like I make up my own handouts, and when there's a misspelling on them, which happens, I just say to the kids, guys, just scratch that out. At our school, there's a teacher liked by all students and a teacher feared by all students. The balance between the two works so well, but I think Kazuki-sensei is a good disciplinarian. It's like the stick in the carrot and stick approach. Wait, no, I thought the stick you dangle the carrot on, not that you beat someone with the stick after.
2年になればもっとクズキと顔を合わせるようになるわ。あいつは倫理も受け持ってるし。そんなことよりさくら、ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだけど、いい？何ですか、先輩？昨日の話なんだけど、さくら、見かけない外国人と話してなかった？
She's blushing.
見てたんですか、先輩？たまたま。それであれ何だったの？知り合い？いいえ、それがよくわからない人だったんです。あの人、道に迷ってたみたいでした。
Ah, so she ran away.
そっか。ごめんなさい。少しだけ気になったから。いえ、構いません。ここまででいいです、先輩。あとは届けるだけですから。そう？それじゃあまたね。
Pass the handouts back to Sakura. As I start to head back into my classroom, I pause.
さくら、最近はどう？はい、大丈夫。元気です、私。そう。シンジがまた何かやったら言いなさい。 あいつはどってものを知らないから、黙っていると悪化する一方よ。心配いりませんよ、先輩。兄さん、この頃は優しいんですから。
She says that with such a smile. Let's say anything else. Bid her goodbye once more, and turn my back on the familiar junior. Also, Nissan, brother, in case you are happily and luckily not as involved with this genre as I am. Day ends. Students leave the classroom, and the building gets darker by the second. The sun will set soon. The red sun sets and night falls. There should be no one left in the school.
始めるわよ、あーちゃん。まずは結界の下調べ。どんな結界かを調べてから、消すか残すか決めましょう。
Infinite different effects are possible within a boundary field. There are all sorts of boundary field, from ones that conceal the area from people's eyes, to ones that limit the use of magic within them. The most aggressive of all are one that oppress life forms within it. The boundary field laid over a school is of that kind. It is not yet complete. Once it is, everyone in the school should fall unconscious. Well, that's one way to start a fight in a school. But something like this won't affect me. After all, a boundary field is something targeted not at me, but at the place I am in. Such an indirect magical intervention has no effect on magi, who have magical energy throughout their bodies. So this boundary field has a different intention. I don't know what kind of person set up this boundary field. His intention is not to defeat a master. It's hard to believe that his target is everyone in this school. There's only one reason to do something like that. Put them all to sleep and swipe their wallets. Unbelievably, this guy is, or a massive pervert. I search the school building and emerge onto the rooftop to finish.
これで7つ目か。とりあえず、ここが起点みたいね。
Ooh. An 8-stroke mark is openly drawn on the roof.
参ったな。これ、私の手には負えない。
Archer says nothing. Been quiet ever since we came onto the rooftop, probably because he too recognizes the power of this boundary field. This boundary field doesn't just drain one's strength. Once activated, it would literally dissolve all the people within it. What? That is horrible! There are boundary fields that drain physical and mental strength from people within them, but the boundary field laid out over the school is on a completely different level. This is a soul eater. It is a blood fort. That name is so cool, that dissolves people within it and claims the souls that seep out. That is horrible.
あーちゃん、あなたたちってそういうもの？
What? I asked coldly.
ご推察の通りだ。我々は基本的に霊体だと言っただろう。故に食事は第2ないし第3要素となる。
マスターから提供される魔力だけじゃ足りないってこと？
足りなくはないが、大いに越したことはない。実力が劣る場合、弱点を武士で補うのが戦争だろう。周囲の人間からエネルギーを奪うのはマスターとしては基本的な戦略だ。そういった意味で言えば、この結界は効率がいい。
Archer is saying that if I want to win, I should kill people and steal their strength. How simple. I already knew that. That's why I think I know which path I am going to choose.
それ、勘に触るわ。二度と口にしないで、あーちゃん。
I say so while staring at the mark. For some reason, Archer sounds happy as he confidently answers.
同感だ。私
Oh,
も真
that's
似をす
good.
る
We're
つ
on
も
the
りは
same
ない。
page.
さて、それじゃあ消そうか。無駄だろうけど、とりあえず邪魔をするぐらいにはなる。
I approach the mark and extend my left arm. This seems like a bad idea. The magic crest on my left arm is the Book of Magic passed down the Tosaka family. I switch on my sense. I push magical energy into my magic crest. Read the part that explains the elimination of boundary fields, and all I have to do is activate it. Eliminate surgical extraction second section. I touch the surface with my left hand and let my magical energy flow out. This will at least wash the color off the mark, but
なんだよ、消しちまうのかもったいねえ。
is it gonna be relearning? Suddenly, as if to stop the erasure of the boundary field, a voice echoes over. I quickly stand up and turn around. I know you! I know him! That's Kahulin, isn't it? I only know that because I had my kids do, in school, read a story about the ancient hero Kahulin for a English project, and upon Googling info about it, all I got was pictures of him on top of the water tower. In the sky 10 meters away, a guy is looking down at me. Deep ultramarine that melts into the night. His grin is wild, and a bestial smell carries on the wind.
これあなたの仕業？
いや、小細工を浪するのは魔術師の役割だ。俺たちはただ命じられたまま戦うのみ。
やっぱりサーバント。
そうとも。で、それがわかるお嬢ちゃんは俺の敵ってことでいいのかな？
My spine freezes. A normal light tone of voice. And it's colder than everything I've heard, scary enough to make me vomit. Ooh, inverted colors. I can't tell how I should move or what my best course is, but my reason is telling me absolutely not to fight this man right here.
ほう、大したもんだ。何もわからねえようで要点は抑えてやがる。ああ、失敗したなこりゃ。面白がって声をかけるんじゃなかったぜ。
The man raises his arm. It happens in an instant. The arm that held nothing until now. Now holds a red weapon 2 meters long. I jump to the side without thinking. A whirlwind brushes past my hair. Barely made it. Oh geez, big action scene. He rushed me in an eye blink and mercilessly slashed at the space I just occupied.
いい足してるな、お嬢ちゃん。
The blue whirlwind pursues me. There are no escapes. The fence is behind me, to my sides. No, I won't make it. Whoa, what is... My response is fast. I run the magic crest on my left arm and assemble the magic in a single measure. It enlightens my body and adjusts gravity.
分かってる。任せて。
I jump over the fence and fall from the rooftop. A really, really well done action scene. Like, seriously. So far, at least. The wind and pressure push against my body. 15 meters to the ground, 1.7 seconds until landing. No, that's too slow. He'll catch up.
フォックス、ゴッドエスアウトです。
Atlas.
アーチャー、着地任せた。
I let Archer take the impact landing and start to run as soon as my feet touch the ground. First, I have to change location. We have to go somewhere we can move around freely, not a small space like a rooftop. Well, thankfully we have this large school field. I run from the rooftop to the school ground in less than 7 seconds. It's more than 100 meters. My speed is so fast that normal people would only see a blur, but that's...
いや、本気でいい足だ。ここで仕留めるのはいささかもったいなさすぎるか。
meaningless against a servant.
アーチャー。
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. At the moment I step back, Archer steps in front, taking form. A cloudy night. In Archer's hands is a short sword that reflects the weak moonlight.
ダンサーのサーバント。
Yeah, well, Lancer, yeah. That's, I know he goes by that too. But I know his
そういうあんた
real
の
name.
サーバントはセイバー。
No?
って感じじゃねえな。何者だ、てめえ。
Yes, and that's a saber. No, that's not a saber.
まっとうな一騎打ちをするタイプじゃねえな、てめえは。ってことは、アーチャーか。いいぜ。好みじゃねえが、出会ったからにはやるだけだ。そら、獲物を出せよ、アーチャー。
アーチャー、
I talk to his back without approaching him.
手助けはしないわ。あなたの力、ここで見せて。
Is that a laugh? He grins as if to answer my words, and the Red Knight dashes forward. Twirling gusts of wind. Short sword in hand, the red bullet launches.
バカが旧兵風情が接近戦を挑んだな。
His temper is like a burning flame. Lancer closes in with each blow with no thought of stopping. With a long weapon, it's suicidal to close in on an enemy. The spearman's tactic is to use their long range to defeat the enemy and win the battle. So, as Lancer is just advancing unchecked, he doesn't have a chance of winning.
嘘。
But that's just by the book. Lancer's lance shows no vulnerabilities as it strikes for the throat, shoulders, forehead, and heart. That was a sound. Having repelled the lance aimed at his forehead, Archer closes in with speed superior to Lancer's lance. It must be because he underestimated a bowman. The advantage of a long weapon is the length and freedom of its range. Once Lancer has discarded these advantages himself, his defeat is... I'm amazed at how well this conveys action in a visual novel format. I mean, it's like an action in a story, I guess. The one in red stops. A nightmare like time is reversing. The thrust is faster than the previous ones. Archer tries to parry the blow, but he gets flicked away along with his weapon. There are no openings in Lancer's attack. No, not just that, the thrusts increase in speed and power without limit, and it becomes a final blow even for a servant. We were the ones that underestimated him. It's not fast, but it's just skill. It thrusts like a waterfall with no change in speed. What can Archer do now as he's on the defensive? With such a short sword, he can only parry the lance. He has no way to close in on Lancer and continues to retreat. A vacuum of steel unfolds. Support. I have to back Archer up while my throat won't respond. My magic is poor aim. Unless Archer gets far away from Lancer, I will hit him with my magic as well. Such an opening would only increase Lancer's advantage. And besides, frankly, I'm captivated. This is a battle between servants. This is the Holy Grail War itself, where we use heroic spirits, the highest rank of familiar, whom we would never otherwise obtain. I'll make it clear. Servants are heroes from the past. Myth, legend, fable, history. Fiction or not, the superhuman beings who gain concrete existence in folklore are what we call heroes. A hero that becomes eternal in people's minds is no longer a human after death and is promoted to another form of existence. I like that idea a lot. Humans who bring about miracles, save people, and achieve great deeds are called heroes even after their death. After being called so, they are promoted to heroic spirits after their death and become guardians of humanity. It doesn't matter whether these people existed in reality or only in stories. It is people's minds that create a hero. Oh, so the heroes are just perceived. So like the perception of the people is what makes them okay. The ultimate ideal humans have created. The greatest human people have created. These are the heroes, the heroic spirits. And of course, since they are beyond human, they cannot be controlled by humans. A magus usually borrows their power only to mimic them. They can't summon the heroic spirits themselves. But the Holy Grail made that impossibility into reality. It summons the heroic spirit beyond human control and turns it into a familiar obedient to the master. That nonsense is proof the Holy Grail is almighty, but it seems the Holy Grail has its limits too. Even the Holy Grail cannot indiscriminately call unto the spirit-like beings. If there are 7 masters chosen by the Holy Grail, then there are 7 servants obeying these masters. There are 7 furnished classes. Knight of the Sword, Saber. Knight of the Lance, Lancer. Knight of the Bow, Archer. Mounted Soldier, Rider. Magus, Caster. Silent Killer, Assassin. Mad Warrior, Berserker. Only the heroic spirits with attributes of these classes are summoned to the present to obey the master, become a servant. This is the servant system, a summoning and contract with a heroic spirit beyond human control to win the miracle beyond human grasp. The ultimate competition, held only on this ground, and the one and only Holy Grail. They do it. A loud crash. The short sword that deflected Lancer's lance flies from Archer's hand. Oh, this ain't good. In that instant, the lance is thrust just like a flash of light. It can't even be seen. Forehead, neck, and heart. 3 shots are launched, any one a fatal blow. But the flash, too fast to be seen, is repelled by a shining blade. In Archer's hand is the short sword again. A sword like before, a Chinese sword like a hatchet. But the biggest difference is... Oh!
二等使いか
Oh, this is cool! Oh, this is really cool. He has a black sword and a white sword, and they're yin and yang. Oh, that's so cool!
へん旧兵風情が剣士の真似事とはな
Lancer's lance flies. Cool. As if to finish Archer off, the lance moves faster and faster. Oh, these effects. The clashing sounds are like well-orchestrated music. 2 steels clashing against each other, clanging rather. The sparking clashes increase in rhythm without pause. The battle of 2 is like a vacuum. It sucks in the air around them, and it seems like anything approaching them would be cut into pieces. Lancer tries not to let Archer near him, while Archer advances using his swords as a shield. Over 100 blows have been thrown, and Archer loses a sword every time. But it's only for a moment, as Archer has a sword in his hand in the next instant, forcing Lancer back a little each time. Lancer finally admits his carelessness, that even though he doesn't know who he is before him, even though he doesn't know who is before him, he'll be the loser if he dismisses him as a mere bowman. The distance widens. Probably to recover, Lancer puts a large distance between them.
27それだけ弾き飛ばしてもまだあるとはな
Wait. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, because I... Look, I've heard of something. I've heard of a technique that I never even realized and connected is part of fate. Lancer mutters in irritation. It's more like confusion. I feel the same way. According to Father, a servant carries only one weapon. Their weapon is filled with magical energy, so it's not something that can be created one after another like Archer is doing. A noble phantasm is a weapon or armor. Okay, that's interesting. The servant used when they are a hero and is treated like a last resort. It's a final smash. The noble phantasm is the one and only weapon for a servant. It's because the noble phantasm is an ultimate weapon without equal. The lance that Lancer is using will show its power as a noble phantasm when Lancer deems it necessary. Noble Phantasm is an impressive weapon by itself. Its true ability is to release all the power using its true name. Heroes' weapons which rule over all others, which have killed gods and dragons. Servants activate their Noble Phantasms using their magical energy. It's much like magic. Servants recreate the destruction in legend using the Noble Phantasm as a catalyst. Noble Phantasms are never disposable. Swords that Archer brought out must be excellent, but they cannot be his Noble Phantasm. He is the servant Archer. So the Noble Phantasm he conceals must be a bow.
どうしたランサー様子見とは君らしくないな先ほどの勢いはどこに行った
ちタヌキが減らず口を叩きやがるから
How come Mom lets you have unlimited swords? Lancer's irritation is understandable. Even though Lancer fought as a spearman, Archer defended him off as a swordsman. Which means Archer hasn't shown any of his abilities yet. So it's natural for Lancer to feel ghastly. More like Haunter, am I right?
いいぜ聞いてやるよてめえどこの英雄だ二等使いの旧兵なぞ聞いたことがない
I'm Pit from Kid Icarus is what he says.
そういう君は分かりやすいな僧兵には最速の英雄が選ばれるというが君はその中でもえりすぐりだ
ほうよく言ったアーチャー
At that instant, his vast murderous intent makes me forget to breathe. Lancer's arm moves. This is different from before, a stance free from contempt. The spearhead is lowered as if to strike the ground, and only his stare pierces Archer.
ならば食らうか我が必殺の一撃を
止めはしない いずれ越えねばならぬ敵だ。
Lancer's body sinks down. At the same time, a chill like thorns fills the schoolyard. The air freezes. Not a metaphor, it literally freezes. All the mana in the air is frozen. Archer will die when that lance is thrust. It is determined. Literally, Lancer's lance is the embodiment of inescapable death. Archer will be defeated. Archer will die when Lancer pierces his heart. And yet, even though I know what's going to happen, I can't even help him. Because if I move even a finger, that will trigger the attack. So if anything can stop this battle and stop Archer's defeat, it would be...
誰だ?
Wait, what? It would be the chance appearance of a stranger we have all overlooked. The ghastly air coming from Lancer disappears. The sound of fleeing footsteps. That figure is definitely wearing a school uniform, because of course they are.
失敗した。ランサーに気を取られて周りの気配に気づかなかった。ってアーチャー、あんた何してんの？
見てわからないか。手が空いたから休んでいる。
んなわけないでしょ。ランサーはどうしたのよ。
さっきの人影を追ったよ。目撃者だからな。
Oh hey,
おそらく
we get a
消しに行ったのだろう。
free spot to rest up and regain our health. That's good. For an instant, my thoughts stop.
追ってアーチャー。私もすぐに追いつくから。
Archer goes after Lancer immediately.
くそ、なんて間抜け。
I was gonna say, that's a bad idea. I curse my carelessness. It's the rule of Magi to eliminate any witnesses. Oh no, she's mad about that. Which is why, if one didn't want to do that, one would just have to allow no witnesses. I've done that until now, so why do I have to make a mistake today of all days? A night where even the moonlight is obscured. A student is lying on the cold hallway floor, and Archer is standing still. He is staring silently at the student. A smell hits my nose. The blood on the floor makes it clear that it's the smell of death.
追ってアーチャー。ランサーはマスターのところに戻るはず。せめて相手の顔ぐらい把握しないと割が合わない。
Archer goes after Lancer. I'm left alone with the student lying on the floor. Whom be it? I can't look straight at him. But I must. This is my fault. This is my fault. This is my fault. Ever since I was a child, ever since I became the successor of Tosaka, I've been preparing for something like this.
ランサーの槍で一突きか。心臓やられてちゃ助からない。
Yep, that would do you in. I don't know how long it's been since Lancer killed him.
その割にはまだ死んでないってのは。
What? Are you serious? Yes. He's still breathing faintly as if to give his last scream. But that will only last a few more seconds. He can't heal his own wounds, and I don't have enough power to save him either.
顔を見ないと。それぐらいはしなくちゃ。
Is this gonna be the guy who tried to hit on us before? I try to touch the head, facing the ground, and realize my fingertips won't move. They're trembling.
ごめんね。見とるぐらいはしてあげる。
I control my trembling fingers and my failing knees with my will, and look at the face of the student. Huge smacking sound. Like lips? Or are we talking like what? It really feels like I've been hit on the head with a hammer.
やめてよね。なんだってあんたが。
I grit my teeth. Not to suppress my trembling. I'm really pissed off. Why is it him? Why did it have to be him? I'm not mad at Lancer for killing a witness quickly and perfectly, just as a servant should do. I'm just angry at him for staying late at this place on this day. Oh! Oh no, people die when they are killed! Sakura's face flashes in my mind. She will definitely cry. And I recall one red-tinted day after school a long time ago. A distant sunset. Someone always running alone. And a boring girl staring at that from far away. And before me, the corpse of someone who happened to get involved. There is a way. I might fail and lose my last resort in the process, but there is still a way. It's a mistake. The fact of his death is already determined. It's my fault for not noticing the things around me. It's his fault for unluckily staying late. So I didn't need to go that far. Yes, Because this is what my father, who gave me nothing else, left just for me. Oh, she's gonna use the amulet to save them. A powerful chunk of magical energy. A reliable last resort to win through this battle. A precious, precious thing just for me.
やっちゃった。
Pen in my hand becomes lighter. My father's memento is drained almost to emptiness, and falls onto what used to be a dying body.
まあ、仕方ないか。
Ah, shikatanai, there it is, another can't be helped. Yes, it can't be helped. Shikatanai, every time. I didn't have the power or skills to revive someone with a damaged heart, damaged blood vessels, and on the verge of brain death on top of that. That's why I had to make up for my lack of skill with this powerful object.
まだ息があるのが運の尽きだった。完全に死んで
Okay,
いたら
so,
どんなに魔力の蓄えがあっても蘇生なんてできなかったし。
if someone's dead, you can't use magic to revive him. So what you're saying is, people die when they are killed.
失敗してたら目も当てられなかったけど、成功したからいっか。
And then he remembers what happens,
正直に言え
and
ば
everything goes to trash.
行こう。済んだことは済んだこと。こいつが目を覚ます前に帰らないと。
Yeah, there's no need for me to stay here any longer. Archer should be following Lancer, so I should go home by myself. Like, when we say following, we mean like trailing, right? On my way back, I remember, I left the pendant at school. Just a pendant now that the magical energy is drained out of.
もういいか。
I've no more use for that pendant, not even like for memory's sake. Sure, it might have had a bit of magical energy left in it, but surely less than the 10 jewels I have. What my father intended to leave for me was enough magical energy to win the Holy Grail War. So now, without magical energy, that thing is meaningless. But the memento! I enter the house without saying anything and sit on the sofa. Archer isn't back yet.
ランサーか。宝具を使われそうになった時は焦ったけど、実際使ってたら正体は分かったのよね。
The easiest way to beat an enemy servant is to learn their identity. Ignoring for the moment the idiot who doesn't even know his own identity, the biggest weak point of the servant is their true name. Discovering the servant's true name, in other words, figuring out their identity, should let you take a guess at what kind of noble phantasm they might have. Goes without saying, but since servants are heroic spirits, they have a legend associated with them. If you figure out the legend, you should be able to find most of their abilities. Servants are called by their class names because they want to hide their true names. Because the more famous a hero is, the more people know about their weapons and weaknesses. This is the 5th Holy Grail War. The qualities, this is only the 5th one? Huh, okay. The qualities of the servants are determined by the ranks of the summoned heroic spirits. The 7 classes each have a different additional ability. Whoa, we're going deep into it. And one even has a chance of defeating an opponent of higher rank depending on the ability's affinity. To take an example, an infamous hero has defeated a great hero 4 times in the past. As far as I know, the most powerful servant is Saber. In all the previous 4 wars, Saber has made it to the final fight. It is said that the 3 classes, Saber, Lancer, and Archer, have strong magic resistance. To put it simply, magic is pretty much useless against them. Another that's worthy of mention is the servant Berserker! The heroic spirit summoned into this class loses their sanity. Just as the name implied, they become a mad warrior puppet of their master. The benefit from this is that a strengthening of their power far exceeding the powers they had when they were alive, so much like putting a Berserker onto Final Fantasy class. However, the more powerful a servant becomes, the greater the burden it imposes on the master. In the past, masters who summoned Berserker couldn't control the rampaging servants, and destroy themselves by running out of magical energy. Wow, that sounds tough. No exceptions. The winners and losers of the Holy Grail War are largely determined by the abilities of their servants. Well, I expect there are ways to win it by masters' efforts, but it is basically a fight between servants. This is why a master should be very careful when summoning a servant. Gotcha, gotcha. I silently consider the plans we should make from now on. The clock, fixed already, strikes 11 while I do so, and Archer comes home.
おかえりなさい。成果はどう？
すまない。失敗した。よほど用心深いマスターだったのだろう。少なくとも、こちら側の町にはランサーのマスターはいなかった。
As I expected, Lancer was alone, and it seems his master isn't the type to show up for battles personally.
覇気がないな、マスター。いつもの威勢はどうした？まさか、先の一戦でおじけづいた。というのはなしだぞ。
Well, that'd be kind of tough when we don't know where he is, but
今す
okay.
ぐにでもランサーとの再戦に赴いてもいい。
Archer protests silently that we should do so. I see. I guess I look depressed.
そんなわけないでしょ。私が打って出ないのはね、単に無駄手間をしたくないだけなんだから。
ん？無駄手間をしたくない？
だってまだマスターの数が揃ってないでしょ。今夜のはやむなしだったけど、開戦の合図があるまで戦わないわ。それが聖杯戦争のルールだって父さんは言ってたし。
そうか。君の父親もマスターだったのか。
何よ、何か言いたいことでもあるのあんた。
ああ、一つ聞き忘れていた。リン。君は幼い頃からマスターになるべく育てられ、それに従ってきたのだろう。つまり、初めからマスターになることを予想していたわけだ。
当たり前じゃない。そりゃいきなりマスターに任命される魔術師もいるそうだけど、私は別よ。遠坂の人間にとって、
Oh, he's probably gonna ask, what's your wish gonna be?
何代も前からの悲願なんだから。
そうだろう。なら、
Yeah, here we go.
塔にあるはずだ。私はそれを聞き忘れていた。主の望みを知る。
Yeah, here we go. What is her wish gonna be?
リン。それで、君の願いは何だ？
願い？そんなの別にないけど。
何？そんなはずはあるまい。聖杯とは願いを叶える万能の杯だ。マスターになるということは聖杯を手に入れるということ。明確な望みがないのであれば、漠然とした願いはどうだ？例えば、世界を手にするといった風な。
I don't think that would work.
なんで？世界なんてとっくに私のものじゃない。あのね、アーチャー。世界ってのはつまり自分を中心とした価値観でしょ。そんなものは生まれた時から私のものよ。
That's...
そんな世界を支配しろって言うんなら、私はとっくに世界を支配している。
Huh. Archer's shoulders slump. Maybe he's just disappointed in my opinions, but it seems he's finally relaxed.
確かに君は。
Yeah, because you're both hard-headed and stupid. Hey, hey. Ugh. I find it hard to deal with that kind of comment, so I wish he'd just stop saying such things.
サーバントにマスターを選ぶ権利はないけど、一応聞いとく。なんで私があなたのマスターにふさわしいのよ。
言うまでもない。君は間違いなく最強のマスターだ。
How so?
使える相手としてこれ以上のものはない。
Or are you just buttering me up? What am I, a pancake?
そう、ありがとう。あなたに言われるなら世辞ってわけじゃなさそうだし。
さて、ならば一息入れようか。7人目のマスターが現れるにせよ、それは今すぐというわけでも。ちょっと待って。
飾りってペンダントのこと？
Surprised he noticed, honestly.
はあ、あれなら忘れてきちゃった。もう何の力もないものだし、別に必要ないでしょ。
それはそうだが、君がそう言うならいいが。
I was expecting to go, no, that's what binds you to me, and then he's gone or something.
父さんの形見だけど、別に思い出はあれだけってわけじゃない。
よくはない。そこまで強くあることはないだろう、リン。
Yeah, it's kind of true. You don't need to be that, you know, on your own for on your own sake. So saying, Archer takes out the pendant I left at the school. Oh, he cares.
拾いに行ってくれたんだ、アーチャー。
もう忘れるな。それは
Aww.
似合わない。
That's true, your color scheme does match it really well. As if he's embarrassed, Archer looks away as he hands me the pendant. Pendant is as it was. As expected, there's no magical energy left in it. Empty of magical energy, it's just an expensive but an ordinary jewelry and it doesn't hold any power. But, as Archer would put it, even if there's no power left in this pendant, It still has meaning as something my father specifically left for me. Then maybe I can just laugh off the fact that I helped the guy by sacrificing my trump card.
待った。
Something clicks in my head. I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw, yeah, right? I was wondering about this. I'm like, he did see us. So he saw us, it'll be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating the witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking probably matches his master's. So, if such a master finds out the guy they killed didn't die, what would he do?
そんなやつ生かしておかない。
That's true, that's true. I get up from my sofa. It's been 3 hours since then. Wow, sitting on a sofa for 3 hours? Girl, you crazy. That's how you get hemorrhoids. I might not make it, but after all I did, I have to make it on time. Are we gonna run back to school at like super midnight? I run through the night. Fortunately, I know where his house is. Oh, okay. No, I didn't look it up, but it just happens I have an acquaintance of mine that goes there a lot, though I've never been there myself.
たく、余計な苦労を背負おうとしているぞ、君は。
Archer's no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. Maybe he's jealous. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we reach the Japanese-styled house here in Japan.
さっきのサーバント。
Oh no! I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer is in this house already, and about to kill the same guy again, who has just come home without a clue as to what happened.
飛び越えて倒すしかない。その後のことはその時に考える。
Just as I'm about to command Archer to go in. Oh, what? What happened? A bright white light, like a fallen sun, comes from within the house. The presence is eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power of the servant Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. The instantaneous explosion of ether gives the spiritual being a body, summoned to overpower Lancer. A summoning just took place. I can only mutter. But it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. And the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Archer has reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with that small opening, not lasting even a second. It might have been only a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that couldn't be ignored. A sword rushes for me. Wait, what? Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an instant. Archer, who handled Lancer's fury of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow. What? But I make it in time this time. Woo, good. Just as the enemy servant is about to cut off Archer's head with her blade, I forcibly remove him. Return to your Pokeball, Archer! A pain in my right hand. It must have been an excessive command, so a command spell... Oh, wow, disappeared from my hand. That sucks, now there's only one remaining. But this is for the best. Rather than having Archer die, I would prefer to lose 1 or 2 command spells. Giving no consideration to Archer's disappearance, the servant attacks me. I think I know who it is. Yo! Yo! That's cool art. I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell stored in it. Then I launch all the magical energy it contains at her without processing it. Her? It's happening. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stocked up over time. It's one of the 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. What? I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if it can't defeat her, it should at least slow her down a bit. Well, here's where it comes into magic doesn't affect her. No, not even that. It did nothing. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the servant. So, okay, we got Lancer, who we fought. We got Archer, who we have. And there was only one more. Magical resistance. So we know who it gonna be. Such strong magic resistance. Mere magical energy from a Magus cannot hurt this servant. So this is it. She can't be hurt by magic, and I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop this servant. I barely managed to avoid one blow, but that's all. I look up at the night sky. It is the figure of cold-hearted death who is looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground. It's Saber! We found you, finally! It's been hours! The wind blows. In between the dark clouds in the spiral sky, the moon shines. The falling moonlight in the beautiful face. This is the servant that drove off Lancer, defeated my archer in one strike, and annulled my magic with no trouble.
今の魔術は見事だった。メイガス。
The point of the sword shines brilliantly. On the verge of death, I understand. With just one look, without proof, this is the card I wanted. I look up at the moon, accepting my death. There's no time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here, and Tosaka Rin's Holy Grail War will end on the third day. There is only disgrace and regret, and I will probably vanish bearing a grudge against my enemy. But still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm gonna be killed in an instant, I adore her again. That's right. You ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess... Chikatanai, it can't be helped. Because she's the most powerful servant. Because her figure is just so heartless, so infinitely valiant and so beautiful. Wait, does Rin actually super die here? What? 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 I'm now at the title screen? I thought it was weird that there was no menu and it just jumped right in. Okay, do I go start? Does this take me to where I have to be? Okay, wait, I am the bone of my sword, steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons, yet these hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, unlimited blade works! Yes, that's such a cool spell, I know about it, and I shouldn't, but I do, because it's so cool. When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned to ashes and it looked like the remains of a battlefield for a movie. Okay, so this is back when the town was first raised in the 4th Holy Grail War. It felt strange, being the only thing in the place that still had its original form. I was the only one still alive around here. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly, because I thought it would be dangerous to stay there. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like the people lying around me. Probably because, over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. Still, I had no hope. It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I won't survive. Whatever happens, I won't be able to escape from this red world. It was such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. And I collapsed. Was it because there was no air? Was it because there was no function left in my body? In the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. Don't sigh deeply when it's the dark clouds and the smoke. You'll die, dude. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived, but all the other things about me burned up and were reduced to ashes. If you take away a child's parents, home, and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That's why there was only my body. I think it's just a simple story. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light entering my eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. I probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. Indeed. When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. This is a younger male voice than I expected. I look around. This might still be 10 years ago. Okay. The room is big and there are many beds. A person is in each bed, and everyone seems to be hurt. Nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who was saved. I relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, The bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. For a few days I finally understood. I could clearly remember what happened in the past few days. Okay, so this is still in the past, okay. Even so, I was no different from a newborn baby. Not just a metaphor, it was close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I'd been saved from it, was in the hospital with my body wrapped up in bandages, and my parents were gone. After that, the man came, right when I was beginning to worry what would happen to me next. Came on the day my bandages were taken off and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled clothing and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father.
こんにちは。君がシロー君だね。
We are Shiro. A smile that seems to melt into the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice.
率直に聞くけど、孤児院に預けられるのと、初めて会ったおじさんに引き取られるの、君はどっちがいいかな？
The man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said that he was just a stranger. He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. Honestly, I don't know, man. I've seen enough orphanages to know that's never the right path. So I decided to go with him.
そうか。よかった。なら早く身支度を済ませよう。新しい家に一日でも早く慣れなくっちゃいけないからね。
The guy quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good, even in the eyes of a child. Then after making a big mess...
大切なことを言い忘れた。うちに来る前に一つだけ教えなくちゃいけないことが。
Oh, this could be a big caveat. Is that okay? He turns to me lightheartedly and says, yeah.
はじめに言っておくとね、僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Oh, okay. Okay. He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. It happened in an instant. Come to think of it now, I really was a child back then. I automatically believed those words.
じいさんすごいな。
Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then. My father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So for my father, Emiya Whoa, that one's gonna be fun. Kiritsugu. That might have been the happiest day of his life. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me he was a sorcerer, but I was strange as well for admiring that. And thus, I became an adopted son. My last name became Emiya. Emiya Shiro. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me a student, so that must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay at home by myself, Kiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world, and actually act on his words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. The Emiya house is a big Japanese-styled house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. But still, I liked my life here. Emiya Kiritsugu, that's always a... would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. And the child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. The father who was always chasing his dreams like a kid. His attitude was astounding. He always seemed dazzling to me. Might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. I hear a sound. No, I hear a heavy, old, rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shed. My mind waking up.
先輩、起きてますか？
Feels the cold air in approaching footsteps. There she is.
おはよう、さくら。
Where were we? Good morning, Sakura.
おはようございます先輩。先輩、朝ですよ。まだ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
そうだな。よく起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから、こんな風に起こしに来れるなんてたまにしかありません。
Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
In front of me is Meto Sakura, my junior at school. The place is a shed behind my house, and the time is 6 o'clock. Why are you in a shed?
先輩、
ああ、目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。またやっちまった。 朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
そんなのいいんです。先輩。
Oh, did he just fall asleep in the shed?
なら朝はゆっくりしてください。
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。よし、準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
What the heck is he making?
いえ、その先輩。
Is our fly gonna be undone or something?
なんだよ、他に何かあるのか。
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど。
What are we wearing?
その
Or what are we not wearing?
家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
That said, I looked down at myself. I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. Being my work clothes are pretty... Oh, that's it? Really? Being my work clothes are pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say to me if I went... Who's Fujine yet? I don't know.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
Sakura leaves. Well, I have to change into my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures. I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in here, and as a result, it became my base. For me, Emiya Shiro, I guess you could call this place my real room. The big Emiya household doesn't suit me, and I can only relax in this space full of junk. Oh, I get that. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place, or did I come to like it because of all the junk? Anyway, since I was always sneaking in here, it became my hobby to fix broken things. Alright, straight off the bat, this guy is way more developed than any anime or visual novel protagonist it's ridiculous. Already more character. It's not like I could get attached to things. I think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And just like that, I was fixing up this old stove all last night. Ah, that's what you're doing.
途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I changed into my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds changed clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the result of failures from when I do my own training. Also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar of some kind, but we'll just ignore that because of course.
さて、今日も一日頑張って精進しよう。
Clapping my hands in a prayer to the shed, I head for the house. I emerge from the shed. The Emiya house is a Japanese-styled house on the outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow still had this huge house. That on its own is a mystery, but it also seems like he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's why the house became mine and no one else's when my father died. Okay, he's dead. Though to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Old man Fujimura is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to my father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like an old Yakuza boss, he is a Yakuza boss. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. It's been 5 years since father died. The days have passed quickly. I sigh thinking about how much I've grown in these 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu, but it's not that easy in reality. It's only natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvement at all in 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. Yikes. Well, I guess it won't do any good to rush. For now, I'll have to do what I can. Well then, right now I should... Whoa! I think for now, I'm gonna go and help Sakura. She needs some help. That's right, I have to go and help Sakura. I'd feel bad, both for letting my junior do all the work, and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. Boy, I am gonna get so many bad endings, apparently. But I'm too late. It seems breakfast has already been made. I can smell the elegant scent of breakfast befitting Sakura. What a nice kitchen.
せめて食器の用意ぐらいはやるから、さくらは座っててくれ。
Apron.
もう来ちゃったんですか、先輩。
もうじゃないぞ。6時10分って言ったら朝飯を食ってる時間じゃないか。
Wow, this is early.
完全に寝坊だよ。
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんですから、この時間は十分に早起きです。
I bet you Japan absolutely loves this character, huh?
部活は関係ない。 それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのも問題じゃないか。
いえ、私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
For me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and sleeping in is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though this has only been a habit for a year and a half or so, that's still a long time, my dude.
ともかくさくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだから、それぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest unless she's forced to. Her silky hair— whoa, dude. Her silky hair and smooth skin catch my eye. How can I put this? It's
Troubling.
She must be maturing, as she seems really feminine these days. That is a horrible sentence, my dude. Her casual movements and her figure is so beautiful that I instinctively look away. Freak.
どうかしましたか？
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
Honestly, why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? Sakura is a good underclassman, and in junior I need to take care of. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she's a grade below me, we weren't that close. It all changed a year and a half ago into this cooperative kind of relationship. Sakura came to cook when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. Look at her just with the ladle, and maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Dude, it happens. Don't worry, it happens. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard just like now, I blush. Does this make me an unsuitable senpai? Oh no, you're showing emotions and needs? How disgusting. Breakfast is placed on the table. A perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach radish, and carrot miso soup and yam soup. Oh my god, that— okay, real talk, I hate breakfast. I do. I think breakfast is the worst. I can't eat that early and all breakfast foods taste gross and blah. But this sounds so heavenly. Sounds of our chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type, and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Naturally, mealtimes are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today the loud person is— here she is. She must have been watching spy movies last night. I'm sorry, what? As she's eyeing us behind a newspaper.
藤村先生、ご飯時に新聞は見ない
So-
方がいいと思いますよ。
Why is she here? We still don't know yet. Fujine ignores Sakura's question. She's acting weird, but Fujine always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast.
さくら、醤油取って。
はい。で、大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
How awkward.
じゃあ、藤姉のでいいや。取って。
Wait, what? Individual soy sauces?
藤村先生、いいですか？
Fujine nods. Her newspaper trembles.
はいどうぞ。とろろ汁に使うんですか？
Oh my god, is she gonna pour it for us?
とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
Do you? Do you now? I don't know. That sounds good though, I would eat that. I put the soy sauce onto the white yam soup. Wait a gosh dang minute. White yam? Isn't yam orange? After stirring it, I put it on the rice and take a bite. The stickiness of the yam and the taste of the soy sauce. This is oyster sauce. Oh,
しかもオイスター。
that's awkward. But honestly, it still wouldn't be that bad. No, it would be if you put in a lot. Oh, we got pranked. Ashton Kutcher over here. Fujine throws her newspaper away, cementing the fact that she is in fact best girl.
そうだ。朝のうちにソースとお醤油のラベルを取り替えておく作戦なのだ。
Why are you such a horrible person? You're the best. The female spy throws up her arms to show her happiness. Look at her.
だから何考えてんだあんたは。今年で25のくせにいつまで経っても藤姉。
God, what an old woman. Oh yeah, kitty face.
昨日の恨み思い知ったか？
She is the best. She is.
はい、ごちそうさま。朝ごはん 今日も美味しかったよ、さくらちゃん。
Wow, she is just... Oh!
はい、お粗末様でした、先生。
Also, this would be super illegal to have happen. Have a student come over to the... It wouldn't happen here.
それじゃあ先に行くわね。二人とも遅刻したら怒るわよ。
And she runs off. There's something wrong with a world in which that thing is a teacher. I'm hurt.
先輩。
すまない。せっかくの朝食だっていうのに、藤根のやつ、ろくに味わいもしないで。
Yeah, but it's fine. She got a sick prankin'.
いえ、そういうのではなくて、昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？
いや、それがさ、昨日つい。
Oh, that's awkward.
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩、藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
面目ない。いつものことなんで忘れてた。
もう、それじゃあ今朝のは先輩が悪いです。
Fujine's like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Fujine's side. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with Fujine 24/7. Here we go. Fujine was originally an acquaintance of Father's, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. She started to show up even more after Father died. She's now almost independent, eating breakfast and dinner here. No, maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after my father died. I see. Fujine, Sakura, and I are now the residents of the Emiya household, none of us related by blood, which means it's fine for all sorts of wacky shenanigans that would ensue in the original version of the game, which we're not playing. But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It's said that magi must hide their identities. That's why I've been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magic spell properly. With this kind of skill, it wouldn't make much difference whether I hide it or not. But because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then, well, not secret enough that Rin was able to know. I finish breakfast and prepare for school. I clean the dishes with Sakura while listening to the news on TV. Sakura is staring at the TV screen. Over the screen runs an exaggerated teletype reading, "Gas leak accidents continue." Seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. It seems a whole floor of people ran out of oxygen and fell unconscious. They called it a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening often
今の
recently.
ニュース気になるのか、さくら。
いえ、別に。ただ、事故が
Oh, we have a workplace.
近いなって。先輩、シントの方でアルバイトしています
This
よね。
protagonist is way more built up than I thought.
してるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of the defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims.
物騒な話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
それならご心配なく先輩。ガスの元栓はいつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
Sakura boasts with
い
pride.
や、そういう話でなくて。
Yeah, I've thought so before, but Sakura is a bit off too.
先輩、裏手の戸締まりはしました？
したよ。缶抜きかけたけど、問題あるか？
ありません。それじゃあ鍵かけますね。
Wow, you are
先輩、
just like a
今日の
wife.
お帰りは何時ですか？
And I mean that in both the good and bad ways, mostly the good.
少し遅くなると思う。さくらは？
私はいつも通りです。多分私の方が早いと思いますから、夕食の下準備は済ませておきますね。
うん、助かる。俺もできるだけ早く帰るよ。
We lock the gate. Sakura and Fujine also have keys to my house, and the rule is that the last person out locks up. That's, I feel, a good
行
rule.
こうか。急がないと朝練に間に合わない。
はい。それじゃあ少しだけ急ぎましょうか、先輩。
それじゃあまたな。部活頑張れよ。
I part with Sakura at the school gate like usual. Sakura's in the archery club, so we have to part here in the mornings. But today, Sakura doesn't go.
さくら、体の調子悪いのか？
ことじゃなくて、先輩、たまには道場の方に寄っていきませんか？
いや、別に道場に用はないぞ。それに今日は一斉に頼まれてるから生徒会室に行かないとまずい。
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。余計なことを言っちゃって。
Sakura bows.
それじゃあ失礼します。晩ご飯楽しみにしていてくださいね。
Hey, gonna be real? That death flag of mine is slowly cranking up. I don't know, man. I'm feeling it. Sakura runs off like she's ashamed of something. Huh? I wonder what that was all about. Just make this character Tim Allen just every time he has a question mark.
一斉、いるか？
いるぞ。
There he
今
is.
朝は少し遅かったな、エミヤ。
He looks like a fun character.
一斉だけか。他の連中はどうしたんだ？この時間なら登校しててもおかしくないだろう。
From what I can tell from Japanese student councils, it's usually one stuck-up dude or girl leading it, and the rest of them are just along for the ride.
いや、あいにくとうちのメンバーはビジネスライクでね。
What does that even mean?
働く時間帯はきっかり決まっていて、早出と残業はしたくないのだそうだ。
I feel like that's fair, though. Issei, who has organized the papers he's reading, is the big boss of the student council room. He's the guy trying his best to reform this lax student council, and he's been a friend of mine since first year. His full name is Ryudo Issei, Ryu meaning dragon, Issei meaning nothing like a. As you can see, Issei has a plain personality. It's easily misunderstood, but he doesn't involve himself in love affairs nor engage in normal student recreations. It's because he's a successor of the Ryudo Temple up in the mountains. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I thought I recognized that name. He's fine with the idea, so there's a good chance he'll shave his head when he graduates. Oh, cool.
それで、
Become a monk.
今日は何をするんだ？
Shame about the shave in the head part, but hey, then you can draw 6 dots on your head and say I'm Krillin.
ああ、まあともかく座って一服と言いたいのだが、時間がないな。移動がてら説明をするゆえ、いつもの道具を持ってついてきてくれ。
What are the usual tools? Are we helping to fix stuff, or?
率直に言うとな、うちの学校、金のバランスが極端なんだよ。
As a teacher, let me tell you, it will always be unbalanced. That's how it go.
そうか。あ、マイナスドライバ
Oh,
ーくれ。
literally our
一
tools.
番大きいやつ
Okay.
な。あと動線も。うん。これぐらいならなんとか。
That's cool. I like having a main character who's a Mr. Fix-It sort of type of guy.
動線？これか。すまん。よくわからん。
Okay, I'm not the handiest guy, but even I would know what conductive wire is,
間
my
違って
man.
いたら叱ってくれ。
Also, he's blushing. He's embarrassed that he doesn't know tool
当
stuff.
たってるからいいよ。んで、ストーブ不足がどうしたって？ここ以外にも故障してんのがあんのか？
ある。第二視聴覚室と美術部の暖房器具が怪しいそうだ。新品購入願いの嘆願書が刻一刻と増えている。
予算にそんな余裕はないと。やっぱり劣化してるだけだな。中がいかれてなくて助かった。
うん。治りそうか、エミヤ。
Anything can be fixed if you have enough duct tape.
治るよ。こういう時、古いやつは分かりやすくていい。
Issei leaves the room quietly. It seems he assumes I'm going to do something
い
delicate.
や、デリケートといえばデリケートなんだけど。
I placed my hand on the old electric heater. Usually, even if you're used to fixing things, you can't figure out what's wrong with it just by looking at it. So, the fact that I figured out means that what I'm doing is not ordinary. I block off my vision and look inside the heater with my sense of touch. In that moment, an image appears in my head. Yo,
電熱線が
3D!
断線しかかってるのが2つと、電熱管はまだ持つな。電源コードの方は絶縁テープでなんとかなる。
Yo, this is cool. He's using his magic vision to become a repairman? That's dope. Good, I can fix this with the tools I have with me. If the pipe were broken, it couldn't be fixed by an amateur. If that had been the case, I would have had to strengthen it in a very unamateurish way, but in this case, just looking at it will suffice. That is the magic Emiya Shiru learned from Kiritsugu. That name is fun. That's right, Emiya Shiro has no talent for magic. Though it doesn't make up for it, I think I'm quite skilled at visualizing structures like I did just now. In fact, when I first figured out a structure and reproduced it, my father looked surprised and said, "What a useless ability." I guess my strong point isn't a useful ability.
よし、終わり。次に行くか。
I pack away the conducting wire that I used and go out into the hallway with screwdriver and wrench in hand. This is where we're gonna bump into... what's the face?
伊勢、修理終わったぞ。
Oh, this is where we met Rin there. But, in the hallway is someone else apart from Issei, a girl. Oh, wow, that's a coat. I'm a bit surprised. The person talking to Issei is Tosaka Rin from class 2A. She's a lady who lives in a big mansion on top of the hill, a perfect honor student. Good-looking, smart, athletic, and faultless. She's intelligent, well-mannered, and modest about her looks. People say she's the ideal woman for the Japanese society, so it hardly needs to be said that guys at my school treat her like an idol. Well, to be honest, I'm a guy too. So I'm one of Tosaka Rin's admirers. I like that he's like, you know, I got a bit of a crush. It's a little bit of one. Tosaka looks at us as if she's in a bad mood. It seems to be true that she and Issei don't get along.
と悪い頼んだのはこっちなのにエミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった
I like this, showing the same things from different perspectives. That's good. Wow. Issei's an amazing man, talking like that and ignoring Tosaka.
そんなこと気にするな。で、次はどこだよ。
ああ次は視聴覚室だ前から調子が悪かったそうなんだがこの度ついに天寿を全うされた
天寿全うしてたら直せないだろ。買い直した方が早いぞ。
そうなんだが一応見てくれると助かる俺から見れば臨終だがお前から見れば仮病かもしれん
I thought they were talking about like a projector.
そうか。なら試そう。
I start for the AV room with Issei, but it's impolite to ignore her completely when we've met like this. I turn back to Tosaka, who's standing in a daze.
朝早いんだな、登坂。
Yeah, so early she has to punch herself in the face, I guess? Like, I get what they're going for that, but that's a bit of a strange pose. I make an honest comment, then follow Issei. Oh, that's funny now that we know what happened there.
ギリギリ間に合ったかすまんなエミヤまた苦労をかけた頼み事をした上に遅刻させては友人失格だ
別に気にするな。俺が遅刻する分には大したことじゃないだろ。
もっともだいや間に合ってよかった
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy, actually. I'm happy about this. I'm a bit out of breath since we ran here from the AV room. Taking a deep breath, I head to my seat.
朝から
Oh,
騒がし
there
い
he
ねエ
is.
ミヤ部活を辞めてから何をしてるかと思えば竜道の太鼓持ち僕には関係ないけどさうちの評判を落とすようなことはしないでよね君なんていうか節操ないからさ
Wow, you're a jerk. I was just gonna say, are we gonna sit in the protagonist seat at the back window? Mato Shinji, a friend of mine from middle school, is standing in the front of my seat. As you can tell from his last name, he's Sakura's brother, who's 1 year older than her.
よ、弓道部は落ち着いてるか、シンジ。
What is that
当
pose?
然だろ部外者に話してもしょうがないけど目立ちたがり屋が一人減ったんで平和になったんだ
So we left
次の大
the
会だっ
archery club. Got
て
it.
いいところまで行くさ
Shinji returns to his seat in his usual manner. He seemed even more irritated than usual today, almost like he got super rejected by a girl or something.
ふざけたやつだ自分からエミヤを追い出しておいて
Oh dang, it's not
よく
even
も
of our
あん
own
な口が
accord.
聞ける
なんだ伊勢、いたのか。
なんだとはなんだ気を利かして聞き耳を立てていた友人に向かって
See,
なんと冷淡な男だお前は
student council would expected him to be the cold friend, not the archery guy, but here we are.
なんで気を利かすのさ。俺、一斉に心配されるようなことをしてないぞ。
たわけ心配もするわエミヤはカッとなりやすいからな真珠に殴りかかれば皆は喝采を送るが女どもからは非難の嵐だ友人をそんな微妙な立場に置くのはよろしくない
そっか。うん。言われてみればそうだ。ありがとう、一斉。そんなことにはならないだろうけど、今の心配はありがたい。
うん分かればよろしい
だが意外だったぞ。エミヤは怒りやすいくせにマトウには寛大なんだな。
Really, we lose our temper easily. I've not seen a single thing to suggest that, but then again, I guess we're not having a bad day.
ああ、あれはシンジの味だからな。付き合いが長いと慣れてくる。
The homeroom bell rings. A homeroom teacher usually would come 5 minutes early, but our homeroom teacher isn't like that. For Class 2C, homeroom starts 1 minute after the bell rings, right when we hear... Yo, big mood. And Fujine runs into the... See, okay, yesterday, I was late for work. I was late to my classroom, and I pretty much had this experience, and here are the students like, oh, so wacky and quirky, but to be the one who's late is the worst feeling in the world. Yo, look at that slide. Oh, hi to you too. There she goes. Wham! Fujine falls over with a terrible sound. The classroom is filled with silence in contrast to the clamor from a second ago. A sudden change of atmosphere. Just as you'd expect from Fujine, her nickname of Human Jet Coaster isn't just for show. Guys, she's the best.
前の席のやつ、先生起こしてやれよ。
Wake Sensei up.
やだよ。近づいた途端、パクッ
She's
て食
the
べられたら怖い
best.
もん。
ミミックじゃあるまいし、さすがに藤村でもそこまでやらねえだろ。
Everyone here is a warrior who has been with Fujine for the past year. They probably want to get out of the habit of taking their teacher to the nurse's
藤村
office.
先生、大丈夫ですか？
Daijoubu desu ka? Are you fine? Brave female student calls out to her. Fujine doesn't even twitch.
おい、お前目の前なんだから起こしてやれよ。やだよ俺。もし死んでたら殺されかねねえ。
Sorry, if she's really dead, I'll be killed. My dude, what? There's a slight problem with that logic because as we know, people die when they're killed.
でも、だからってほっといたら後が怖いと思うし。
でも誰も近づきたくないと仕方ねえな。
Ah, can't be helped. Take another
あれ
shot.
しかないか。
うん。
Uh-oh.
あれだね。
What is that? All our hearts become one. Well, not Shinji and I because we're too scared. Wake up, tiger! Even though everyone said it at the same time, it's only as loud as a whisper. The tiger part is especially quiet, but still, a twitch. The silent Fujine reacts.
動いた。効き目ありだぞみんな。
What is this bumbling?
よし続けろ。学校ロートンの刑じゃ。
The punishment, what? Everyone must be stressed from the impending exams. Even though they should, they repeat Fujine's her nickname is Tiger? I thought it was Fujine while waving their
起きろ
arms.
タイガー。朝だぞ。
Tiger!
先生、起きないとタイガーです。
負けるなタイガー。立ち上がれタイガー。よし起きろ先生。それでこそタイガーだぜ。
Whoa, well, that makes sense now. I was like, I don't get it. Why would she be called Tiger? And then one look at this face, and yep, that's why. Oh my god. A roar of lightning. She stands bravely as if the fall had done nothing at all.
みんな何してるの？ダメよ、ホームルーム中に席を立っちゃう。ほらほら、始めるから座りなさい。
What are these shenanigans? Fujine stands before everyone in her usual manner.
今誰か先生のことバカにしなかった？
え、してないっすよ。気のせいじゃないっすか。
そっか、ならよし。じゃあ今朝のホームルームを始めるから、みんなおとなしく聞くように。
This is wacky. I love it. Fujine starts homeroom slowly. She chats in between the announcements so we don't get through it very fast.
そういうわけだから、みんなも下校時刻を守るように。
Oh, interesting. There's
本
a
限は
curfew.
6時だから、部活の子たちも長居しちゃダメよ。
6時って言ったらすぐじゃんか。タイガ先生、それって運動系は免除されないの？
Gotta be careful there. That's close.
されません。それと後藤くん、先生のことは藤村先生って言わなくちゃダメなんだから、次に名前で呼んだら怒るからね。
はーい、以後注意します。
She's a teacher responsible for Class 2C, Fujimura Taiga. Oh, okay, that's her. Okay, that's her. Okay, that makes more sense. Her nickname is Tiger, so Taiga versus Tiger. You might doubt it, but it really is her nickname. People like calling her so since she has a name like Taiga. Fujine herself hates the nickname. According to her, it's unfeminine. But she's that kind of person, so I doubt it's her own fault that she has an unfeminine nickname.
授業を始める。日直礼を。
The teacher for the first period enters as Fujine exits. This dude is a villain, I'm calling it now. It's like this every morning as Fujine continues homeroom until the very last minute. Oh wow, we're just skipping through the day, and the classes end like every other day. I wish the days went by that fast for me. There are many kinds of students. Ones that go to clubs, one that hurries home, and ones that stay in the classroom for no reason. Looks like I won't be in any of those categories.
すまない。ちょっといいか、エミヤ。今朝の続きなんだが、今日は時間あるか。
Oh, you're the one who becomes responsible for my death, huh?
いや、予定はあるといえばあるけど。
It's not like I'm just playing around. After all, the main reason I quit the archery club is because I wanted to prioritize work. It's already been 5 years since father died, and I decided to start working to pay my living expenses. There are two options. I'm gonna go to work today.
いや、悪い、一世。先約があるんで、今朝の続きはまたにしてくれないか。
先約？ああ、例のアルバイトか。そうか、それは困らせたな。こちらは今日明日で身体が決まるものでもない。
That's a good answer. I like
俺の
that.
頼みなど気にせず、労働に励んでくれ。
I should hurry off too. Even though there's no set time to be there, I should head for the neighboring town if I'm going to go to work. Is that what's going to happen? Are we going to be hit by a vehicle or stabbed in the street? Because this is obviously, unless this is actually the right path, because then we're seen as we walk by here. So I don't know. Actually, we'll have to see. We'll have to see, because it's not tonight. It's tomorrow night, right? Isn't tomorrow night the death? I don't know. They only gave me That's $300. That's a good day. That's a good night of work. Call it receiving a windfall, I guess. I walk through the moonlit town. Time is around 7:30. There should be people around at this time, but there's no sign of anyone.
そういえば確か。
There was some crime here in Miyama City a few days ago. Ooh, crime time. A burglar murdered someone, I think. That must be why there's no one around and why the school curfew became 6 o'clock.
ガス漏れに強盗か。物騒なことになってきたな。
Birth rate go down, crime rate go up. No wonder there are fewer people walking around at night. It's getting too dangerous to let Sakura go home on her own. Sakura's house is in the residential area on the other side of town. Starting tonight, I should walk her home. Are? For a moment, I can't believe my eyes. There is someone on the road which I thought was empty. Oh, who are you? Without realizing it, I hold my breath. The silver-haired girl smiles and descends the hill without a sound. As she passes...
早く呼び出さないと死んじゃうよ、お兄ちゃん。
Okay, hello. Welcome to my personal space. She says something strange. We're just gonna ignore that. I smell dinner the moment I enter the living room. At the table are Sakura and Fujine in the middle of dinner.
ダメよ、シロ。学生がこんな夜更けに帰ってきちゃいけないんだから。
Sorry, I was working. Ack. It seems she's in a bad mood now that she's seen my face, even though she was happy because of dinner.
もう、また誰かの手伝いをしてたんでしょう。それはそれでいいことだけど、こんな時ぐらいは早く帰ってきなさい。はあ、キリツグさんに似たのかな。シロがそんなんじゃお姉ちゃん心配だよ。
I don't exactly know how she's worried, as she's energetically munching down her dinner. Getting that sick grub on.
今の話からすると、先輩って昔からそうなんですか?
Fujine laughs dangerously. What does that mean to laugh dangerously?
藤ね、余計なこと言ったら怒るぞ。もう桜もつまんないこと聞くなよな。
I glare at them. Fujine clicks her tongue and backs down, but... Oh, she wants to know about me as a kid because she has a big old crush on us. Sakura is taking the lesson seriously.
じゃあ話しちゃおう。これがね、シロは困った人を放っておけない性格なのよ。弱きを助け強きをくじくってやつ。子供の頃の作文なんてね、僕の夢は正義の味方になることですだったんだから。
I mean, to be fair, my dream as a child was to be the Red Power Ranger, even though I knew that that it was a TV show. She's talking about things from so long ago. But it's all true, so I don't interrupt. Anyways, becoming a superhero is a goal I must not stray from even now. It's so great. It's so
す
Judy.
ごい子供だったんですね、先輩。
すごかったよ。年上の男の子にいじめられてる女の子がいたら助けに入ってくれたし、桐次さんが武将だったから家事だって一生懸命こなしてたし。
Imagine being responsible. This post made by ImWithHelper.
あの頃は可愛くて純真だったのに、それがどうしてこんなひねくれた子になっちゃったんだろうな。
そりゃ藤姉がいたからだろう。ダメな大人を見てると子供はいろいろ考えるんだよ。
Roasted.
悔しかったらちゃんと自分で飯作ってみろ。
Fujine crumbles. I thought she might drop her head and repent, but
お姉ちゃんは悲しいよ。さくらちゃん、おかわり。
Fujine asks for her third bowl. I like a woman who eats a lot. Fujine is still the best. We agree, right? Good. Ooh, look at this room. I return to my room. It's a fairly empty room compared to the shed, but since I don't have any hobbies, I think it's quite decorated. What is that stain on the pillow, good sir? Most of them are random things Fujine has left here, though. Relaxing after dinner, it's almost 9 o'clock.
さて、何をしたもんか。
There's some time before my evening training. I should. Oh, okay, let's see here. Well, I mean, this is the only option, really. Play with Fujine. Well, it might be fun to see how Fujine is doing.
だな。さくらにつまんない話し
Yeah,
やがって。
we're gonna punk
好きな
her.
ら仕返ししてやる。
Punk Fujine.
何？お風呂入ってたんじゃないの？
I was, and then I decided to come prank you. Fujine is silently peeling oranges. On the table are 2 orange skins shaped like flowers. Is it some curse that she can't even skin an apple, but she's rather talented at artistically peeling oranges?
風呂は後にした。さっきの話でケチついたんで、風呂の前に文句言っとこうと思って。
I've come to complain to you. Get ready.
なんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。つまりシロはそうなのよ。
Those eyes, they glare at me into my soul. But Fujine just grins widely, and she seems very pleased.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよ、バカトラ。
Bakatora, which is stupid tiger. It's great. I glare at her stupid face. This is the best.
トラでもいいよーだ。要するにあれでしょ。シロはさくらちゃんに知られるのが嫌だったのよ。他の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
I don't think so.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃうから。そっか。シロもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。
She's calling me out on
教師として
this.
ちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっと安心したかな。けどお姉ちゃんはちょっと寂しいかな。
She says so with great emotion and then throws a whole orange into her mouth. Okay, so are we talking like those little like Japanese oranges, which hey, I could throw a whole one in my mouth, that's fine. Or are we talking like a real big orange? Because her throwing one of those whole things in her mouth is a skill. Fujine can eat things as big as her fist in one bite.
先輩、お風呂入ってたんじゃないんですか？
Why are you all concerned about my bathing habits? And Sakura, finished with the dishes, comes into the living room.
ああ、藤姉に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか？
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用に取っておいてくれたおみかんで美味し
It's
か
like
ったです。
I literally can't. I have so many oranges.
さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。
Why?
調理したやつかアイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。で、さくらちゃんそろそろ時間？
はい。後片付けも済みましたから、今日はもう帰ります。
そっか。じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送って行ってあげる。
いいんですか、先生？
当然でしょう。さくらちゃんもシロも私が預かってるんだから、ちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。 シロもそれでいいでしょ。私たちが帰ったらちゃんと戸締まりして寝るのよ。
Of
了解。
course.
藤ねえなら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
I'm sorry, what? You should be fine even if a molester or a bear jumps out for you.
そうでもないわよ。
She
さ
is
す
so
がに熊は
happy.
無理でしょ。うん、無理だからここまで逃げ帰ってくるね。そしたら二人でやっつけて、明日は熊鍋かな。
Japan is really obsessed with eating bear, huh?
行こっか、さくらちゃん。それじゃまた明日ね、シロ。
それじゃあおやすみなさい先輩。
They leave the house. I follow them out to the entrance and lock up the house as Fujine instructed. And so the day ends. Just before midnight, Shira must carry out his daily routine of using magic.
トレス。
As if to hypnotize myself, I murmur the spell I'm long accustomed to. No, I really am hypnotizing myself. As I have no magic crests and no knowledge of magic, a spell is only a change to myself. Magic is a battle with yourself. For instance, at this very moment, I am inserting a burning steel rod into my backbone. This metal rod is the only magic circuit I can prepare myself. When I insert it deep into my body and connect to the other nerves, I can finally become a magus. Okay, are you talking about an actual metal rod, or is this like a hypothetical metal rod that you're talking about? Like a spirit? Okay. Okay, this is not a metaphor. Thank you. In reality, something like a burning tongue, which cannot be seen or felt, is being inserted into my backbone.
僕は魔法使いなんだ。
Who are you? Oh. Emiya Kiritsugu, the man who said so, was really a magus. The work of magic Kiritsugu possessed, the magic crest passed down the Emiya family, can only be passed on to a blood relation. A magic crest forces a rejection on those with no blood relation. So, as an adopted son, I could not receive the Emiya family's magic crest. Well, anyways. As I don't know what a magic crest is, it doesn't matter if I have one or not. So now, all it comes down to is training what I can do. If I want to become a magus, I have to learn magic fit to my nature. To be blunt, magic is a way to release one's magical energy. You could say that magical energy is my life force. It is divided into two forms. A large source, mana, floating around the world. A small source, ode, created inside oneself. I've heard of ode before. It's actually been, yeah, it's not original. I've heard that one somewhere else. It goes without saying that the large source is superior to the small one. The power of mana is on a completely different level from ode. Ode. Ode? I don't know. That is why superior magi excel at drawing magical energy from the world. It's like a filter. A magus turns his body into a filter, sucks up the mana from the world around him, and changes it into something he can use. This filter is what we call a magic circuit. This is the talent one is born with, and the number of the magic circuits within you is determined the moment you are born. Normally, human beings do not have many magic circuits. To begin with, there are always very few. That is why magi pile them up after generation, making their children more suitable to use magic. I hear some families go too far and increase the number of magic circuits by selective breeding. Oh, that's bad. Well, since I was raised in a normal family, I don't have many magic circuits. That leaves only one method open to me. According to Kiritsugu, every person has at least one form of magic they are fit for. He said something about drawing out magical energy appropriate to their origin, but I don't really understand. All I know for sure is that even I have some magic I can use, and if I train that magic, I may be able to become like Kiritsugu.
君に教えるのはそういった争いを呼ぶ類のものだ。だから人前で使ってはいけないし、難しいものだから鍛錬を怠ってもいけない。でもまあ、それは破ったって構わない。一番大事なことはね、魔術は自分のためじゃなくて他人のためだけに使うということだよ。
Joke's on him. I guess Kiritsugu didn't want me to become a magus. I don't care about that. I don't admire magus, I admire Kiritsugu. If I can become like Kiritsugu and be there for someone like that, be there for someone like on that red day, that will be. Whoa! I'm thinking needlessly. I feel the iron rod in my backbone slide into place. If I lose control of my breathing now, it would be a fatal mistake. The artificial magic circuit will eat away my body and destroy it. If that happens, I'll die. And you know, when I die is when I'm killed. I grind my teeth and resume the connection. After a battle like walking on needles, the iron rod finally arrives deep within me and fuses with my body. This process took me about an hour. After that much time, I'm finally able to make one artificial circuit. one circuit that produces magical energy.
基本可視解明
After that, it becomes a process of naturally flowing magical energy. Amiyashiro is no magus. He is only a magic user who can create magical energy within his body and channel it into objects. There's only one magic possible, which is...
構成材質解明
analysis, I guess. Strengthening objects. It is magic of strengthening that reinforces the object's abilities by understanding the object's structure and channeling magical energy into it. He'd be a good blacksmith.
変更
For me is a metal pipe. I will channel magical energy into it, perform the simplest magic, and reinforce its durability. Basically, channeling your magical energy into something other than yourself is like pouring poison into that object. It is just as the blood of Emiyashiro is not the blood of the metal pipe. Pumping different blood only accelerates its breakdown, it certainly wouldn't strengthen it. To prevent that, and to turn the poison into a tonic, one must completely understand the structure of the target and channel the magical energy into small open spaces.
構成材質補強
It must be easy for a skilled magus, but for me, who cannot even create sufficient magical energy, it's as hard as hitting a target hundreds of meters away. Breathe, boy, breathe. I arc my back to hold off the daze almost making me pass out.
くそまた失敗か
There's no change in the metal pipe. It seems that the magical energy I poured into it has evaporated into the air.
元から形があるものに手を加えるのはきつい
The thing I'm attempting is like adding something to an already complete work of art. Adding to it a complete object risks making it less perfect. Adding unnecessary things will actually decrease the value. That is why the magic of strengthening is simple yet difficult, and only a few magi use it willingly. It's not like I use it willingly either, but it can't be helped, shikatanai, as this is the only thing I'm good at. It would be much easier if I could just form something out of clay and use it instead, but a substitute in appearance doesn't have the internal structure to match. The junk around here is a good example. When I fail with strengthening magic, I make some substitute objects to practice and to calm down, but they all end up with nothing inside. I can visualize something's structure easily, so I can make the outside look like the original, but it's empty inside, and of course it doesn't do anything. I wipe the sweat off my brow. Now I think about it, I realize my whole body is sweating like I've been drenched with a bucket of water. But I'm lucky it just ended like this. That was really bad. If I'd taken a second longer to recover myself, I probably would have destroyed most of my body. As long as you study magic, death is always right beside you. Even as a simple magic repeated every day can go off with a simple mistake taking the caster's life. Oh wow.
術師にとって一番初めの覚悟とは
Hiritsugo said so sadly. Maybe he meant that he didn't want me to take such a step.
誰かを助けるということは誰かを助けないということ
Hiritsugo said that to me when I told him I wanted to be just like him. I still don't know what he meant, but Emiyashiro has to become a superhero who goes around saving people just like Emiya Kiritsugu. My dream is to become a superhero. I remember what Fujine said during dinner. I don't think it's embarrassing nor impossible. It's already determined. Emiyashiro will succeed Emiya Kiritsugu. That's why, even though I'm inexperienced, I've done everything I can. I don't know what kind of person a superhero should be. I look up at the sky through the window. It's not like I can just randomly do good deeds. I think being a superhero is different from just helping others. I know that, but the question is, how can I become one? The difference between the two is the thing I've failed to understand for the past 5 years. My awakening is dark. Perhaps I just don't dream much, but unless something really special happens, I always seem to have the same dream. Yo, that would suck. Oh, hey, that looks familiar. What I imagine are swords. I don't know why it is, but this is the only thing that comes into my mind. There's no meaning or reason to it. It may just be one of the aspects making up Emiyashiro. So when he says swords, does he mean like one or multiple? There are no dreams to dream. The only things I recall from my sleep are things I was taught a long time ago. For example, about magi. Frankly speaking, a magus is an exception who deviates from modern society. But even exceptions must band together to survive. Father told me that a group of magi is called the Magic Association. He also said that I shouldn't associate with the association. The Magic Association hides magic and organizes magi. They basically keep watch to see that magi do not affect society with magic, but the strange part is that they do not prohibit the misuse of magic. According to Kiritsugu, the Magic Association is only interested in the concealment of magic. Even if Magus carries out his research at the expense of the lives of many ordinary people, the Magic Association will not punish him. The priority is that magic should not become public, so they do not ban magic. So they're crazy people who think you can do anything as long as you don't get caught. I hear Fuyuki City is a spiritually excellent area. Such an area always has a distinguished magus with a history. They are called the Second Owner, an elite, and the association entrusts the area to them. Magi who would live in the area must visit them and obtain their permission to construct a workshop. Looking at it like that, we're thieves living here without the permission of the landlord. Father was an outlaw who cut his ties with the association and moved here without the consent of the administrator Fuyuki. The owner doesn't know that Emiya Kiritsugu was a magus. Yeah, about that. With reasoning like that, I think our position is ambiguous. Father, the real magus, has passed away, and I, his son and pupil, don't know the Magic Association and have not the skill to become a magus. From the association's point of view, they would want to catch an amateur like me doing things, but I've seen no movement yet. But that doesn't mean I can let my guard down. People say that the eyes of the association are everywhere. On top of that, if you commit a crime with magic, the heretic hunters of the church will... is it heretic or heretic? Because those are two different words, I think. I think it's the heretic hunters of the church will come after you. That just means that whatever you use magic for, lack of care will create enemies. I, Yashiro, just have to study independently, taking that into account. Oh, I'm in my room again. How did I get here? I wake up to see the sun shining in through the window. The sun may have just risen as it's still a bit dark outside. This let Sakura do all the work yesterday. I have to return the favor this morning. I should finish preparing for Sakura arrives. Wow, this makes me feel bad for doing nothing in the morning.
朝食の支度なら済んでる。あとは食器の支度と魚に火を通すだけ。
あ、それならお手伝いします。食器の支度は任せてください。
Sakura is cheerful, and behind that admirable junior.
あ、この匂いはシローの卵焼きね。そっか、今朝はシローの朝ごはんなんだ。
Fujine moves slowly to the table.
まあ、あれは放っておいて。
I have to cook the fish I prepared.
さくら、皿は真ん中のやつ使ってくれ。その方がうまく見えるから。
この表面がブツブツのですか？
そう、それ。焼き物は皿にも気を配らないと手抜かりに。
You do have to think about the plates.
で、大根はもう吸ってあるから。
Sakura takes out a dish from the back. I think I saw a faint bruise on her wrist when she leaned forward. That was from the night with the foreigner.
さくら、ちょっと待った。
Were you gonna call that out?
何ですか、先輩？
その手首の技、なんだ？
She looks away awkwardly, and that tells me who caused that bruise.
またシンジか。あいつ、妹に手をあげるなんて
Oh,
何考えてる？
wait, is it Shinji?
違います先輩。これは転んでぶつけちゃったんです。ほら、私鈍いでしょ。
わかった。さくらがそう言うんならそういうことにしておく。
はい。ごめんなさい、先輩。
だからどうしてそこでさくらが謝るんだ。悪いのはシンジだろ
At the mention of Shinji's name, Sakura looks away awkwardly. Almost said Shakura. In other words, he is the cause of that bruise. I don't know if he has, or if he is, rather. It might be that foreigner guy, but we should still beat him up just to be sure. Mato's Shinji has a bad habit of being hard on his sister Sakura. I first noticed it about a year ago. Sakura was injured sometimes, and she just evaded my question when I asked about it. When I asked Shinji about it, of all things, he said he was the one who hit Sakura. When I asked him why he hit her, he said that he just hit her because he felt like it. Wow, this guy is the worst! After that, I got pissed, and did to Shinji what he did to Sakura. Since then, we've been estranged.
先輩、兄さんとは
No.
仲直りしてくれましたか？
I mean, I literally, in my mind, there's a big dropkick option.
うん、したよ。別に初めから喧嘩なんてしてないから、仲直りも何もないけどな。
That's a lie.
先輩にとってはそうでしょうけど、兄さんにとっては喧嘩をしたことになるんです。だから、気をつけてください。
Sakura says strange things sometimes.
気をつけろってシンジが？
はい。兄さん、先輩を目の敵にしてるって聞きました。先輩が退部するようになったのも、兄さんのせいだって。
それは違う。部活を辞めたのはシンジとは関係ない。いや、そりゃ多少はあったかもしれないけど、そんなのはさくらが気に病むことじゃないぞ。確かに、シンジの言う通り、ちょっと見苦しいからな。これ。
Point to my left shoulder. There's a scar there. It happened a year and a half ago. A shipment collapsed on me during work, and I hurt my left shoulder. I got out with just a broken bone, but the shipment was a hazardous one, and I got a burn on my skin. After that accident, I quit the archery club. The school archery club emphasizes formalities as they let us shoot formally even as students. The men expose their left shoulder when they shoot. Shinji commented that it might be indecent for someone shooting formally to have a scar on their shoulder. What? What? That's the weirdest. Don't come shooting at my range with your scar. An imperfection upon the shoulder. Like, really? I was expecting to be, yeah, I hurt my arm, so I don't want to do it. Like, that's fair, but that's horrible.
弓は好きだけど、優先するべきことじゃないし、しばらくは間を取ろうと思
う。しばらくって、どのくらいですか？
気が向いた頃かな。まあ、さくらが卒業するぐらいまでにはなんとか。その時はよろしくな、さくら。
Pat Sakura's shoulder.
はい。私、その時をお待ちしています。
And she nods so powerfully that it looks like she might drop the plate she's holding. And she does, and breaks it. And I hate her. No, I'm kidding. It's almost 7:30. Sakura and Fujine have already left for their morning club practice. I went to school early yesterday because Issei wanted me to, but I leave my house at the usual time today. Huh. I run into an unusual scene when I reach the intersection. A murder on one of the telephone poles. Several police cars are parked outside the house. A house, rather. Something must have happened, and it's noisy, and lots of people are surrounding the area. Eh? I'm curious, but I cannot tell what's going on with all the people surrounding it. I have no time, so I should prioritize school. That's a smart move. I reach school 10 minutes before the bell. I enter the main gate as usual.
Ohayo, Emiya.
Oh, hey! I bump into a familiar female student.
なんだ、まだ着替えてないのか、三辻。もうすぐホームルームだぞ。
No.
俺に挨拶なんかしてる場合じゃないだろ
う。Wear that to class. It's a dope outfit.
いや、ごもっとも。相変わらず釣れない野郎だね、エミヤは。
She laughs as if something is really funny. Mitsuzuri Ayako. That's the name. She was my classmate in first year, and now she's the captain of the archery club. She's very insightful, and everyone expected her to become a captain since the first year. Well, in other words, her mental age is older than her real age, so she's been the older sister type that everyone counts on since she was the first year. Though she gets mad when people say that. According to her, she's not that old.
ああ、今あんた。よからぬ感想を漏らさなかったかもしれない。
Please roll your R's at me.
そんなものは漏らさない。あくまで客観的な事実を連想しただけだ。それで気を悪くするのは三辻の勝手だが。
Okay, the phrase I was just thinking objectively about the truth is powerful.
お、言うじゃん。いいね。正直に答えるくせに何をどう考えてたかは口にしないんだもの。エミヤ。シンジと違って隙がないな。
シンジのやつ、またなんかやったのか？
あいつが何もやらない日なんてないけど。
This guy seems like a right piece of work. Why do people think we're friends again?
それにしても昨日のはちょっとやりすぎか。1年の男子が1人辞めたぐらいだから。
なんだよそれ。部員が辞めたってなんで？
シンジのやつが八つ当たりしたのよ。わざわざ女子を集めてね、夢を持ったばかりの子にシャをさせて的中するまで笑い物にしたとか。聞いた話じゃ遠坂にこっぴどく振られたとかなんとか。ともかくシンジのやつは昨日からずっとその調子よ。おかげで私もこんな時間まで道場で目を光らせてたってわけ。
シンジのやつ変にこらえが効かない時があるからな。三綴り大変だろうけど頑張ってくれ。
Can I be real? Kinda hope Shinji dies.
けど相手が近寄ってくるんだからしょうがないじゃない。遠坂さ、なんか知らないけどうちの道場をよく見学に来るのよ。エミヤは辞めちゃったから知らないだろうけどね。
It's the first I've ever heard of it. Sasaka Rin doesn't do any club activities for personal reasons. I thought she went straight home since she turned down the recommendation to join the student council. She would be a student council type.
あいつもお高く泊まってるし、一度ぐらいは痛い目に遭うのもいいかもね。お気の毒様っていうか、ご愁傷様っていうか。
Well, yeah, but then he beats his sister, so really, is it? Mitsuzuri says some dangerous things. Come to think of it, I heard that Tasaka has many enemies. Could Mitsuzuri be one of them? Nope.
おい三綴り、いくらなんでもそれは。
あ、そろそろ時間だ。じゃあねエミヤ、今度私の弓の調子見に来てよ。
She's just a nice, reliable one. I like her. Mitsuzuri hurries off.
相変わらずだな。はい。
But I like that part of her. Feeling calmer now, I head for the classroom. What wacky shenanigans will we ensue today? It's lunchtime. Our school has a splendid cafeteria, and most students eat there. But there are some old-fashioned students who bring their own lunches. Two of them happen to be me and the student council president in front of me.
エミヤ、その唐揚げを一つくれないか。俺の弁当には圧倒的に肉分が不足している。
Okay, if I'm gonna be real, you could be my best friend in the world, but if you come after my fried chicken, I would say no.
いいけど。
Wow!
なんだってお前の弁当ってそう質素なんだ一世。
Oh, that is a lax
だ
temple.
からって酒も肉も取らないなんて教えがあるわけでもないだろ
う。何を時代錯誤なことを。これは単に親父殿の趣味だ。小坊主に食わす贅沢はない。悔しいのなら己で何とかせよなどという。いっそ今からでも天祖になるか。俺も考えどころだ。
You know, I wouldn't put fried chicken under luxurious foods, but that's just me.
あのじいさんなら確かに。
ああ、そういえばエミヤ、朝方2丁目の方で騒ぎがあったのを知っているか。ちょうどエミヤと別れるあたりの交差点だが。
交差点？
The intersection this morning. He must mean that clamor with all the police cars.
なんでもな、殺人があったそうだ。詳細は知らないが、一家4人中助かったのは子供だけらしい。両親と姉は刺殺されたという。
Oh, hey,
その凶器が包丁やナイ
interesting.
フではなく、長物だというのが普通じゃない。
A long weapon? Must mean something like a sword. It was a murder, so that must mean the sister and the parents were killed. I picture it. Someone barging in during the night. Unjust violence. A one-sided pillage like an accident. Slashed parents. The sister killed without even knowing what's going on. To the side, the child covered in their blood. Wow, you have a very active imagination.
犯人は捕まったのか？
捕まってはいないようだな。信徒の方では欠陥工事による事故。こちらでは辻切りめいた殺人事件だ。学校の門限が早まるのも当然。どうしたエミヤ？喉に飯でも詰まったか？
別に。何もないけど、なんだよ、いきなり。
いや、エミヤが厳しい顔をしていたのでな。少し驚いた。すまん。食事時の話ではなかったな。
Yeah, dude, read the room. You stole my chicken and you talked about murder. Issei tries to soften the air apologetically. I was fine with the topic, but was I really making such a nasty face? I mean, you were imagining horrible, horrible things. And then there's a quiet knock at the door.
失礼。竜道はいるか？
Hi, villain.
ああ、はい。何ですか、先生。
Issei addresses Kazuki, who just entered. It must be a simple talk about the student council, as Issei seems pretty relaxed. That's not something you see every day. Despite his appearance, Issei is very shy. The guy who draws a line against his classmates and even teachers is letting his guard down with Kazuki.
真面目なとこで気が合うのかも。
Oh, that's a name. Soichiro. Teacher in charge of class 2A is serious and stubborn. Probably that aspect helps him get along with Issei, who prizes order and discipline. The two continue to talk. All the while, I can't get the story of the murder out of my head. Going back to the dark place again? Nope, it's the end of the day. Class is ended, it's time to go home. I cannot go anywhere as I have work today. I should leave school and go straight to the neighboring town, but... Demo, what's up? Worried about the conversation I had this morning, so I made my way to the archery club before I knew it.
もう、何やってんだ俺。シンジのやつ。カッとなると止まらないからな。
Just wish someone would stab him, right? It's bad if Shinji gets violent just because she turned him down. I don't know why it's bad, it's just bad. No, it's pretty clear why it's bad.
遠坂いないじゃないか。
Sasaki isn't around. Mitsuzuri's worries were needless.
誰がいないって？
Ooh. Oh, no, it's not you.
誰がいないって？
なんだよ、別にいいだろ。俺が何しようが俺の勝手だ。
うん、それはしかり。だが無駄だぞエミヤ。遠坂はここにはいない。なぜなら、あいつは今日ずる休みだ。
I do like they give you constant reminders about like the current timeline compared to the prologue. That's really good. Skipped school, so she was absent today?
そうか、欠席か。待て伊勢、なんで遠坂がずる休みなんだよ。あいつがそんなのするわけないだろ
う。するとも、あいつが風邪などひくものか。俺が見たところあいつは悪いやつだ。外見に騙されるとパクッと食われるぞエミヤ。
Sorry, did you... I'm trying to parse the sentence, she won't catch a cold. Are you saying she is such a Miss Perfect, she is immune to the common cold?
言い過ぎだぞ、一世。遠坂はそんなやつじゃないだろ
う。ん？なんだ、エミヤも遠坂狙いなのか。ああ、
Sounds like someone's a bit jealous. After Tsusaku, who said anything like that?
勝手に決めつけるな。俺はただシンジが揉め事を起こしたら大変だから。
シンジが遠坂に殴りかかろうとしたら止めるためか。またそんな役回りをするな。別に俺は気にしないが、割と趣味が悪いのだな。
Hey, don't talk about my taste in girls. We all got our things, K-man.
してないから損じゃない。けど伊勢、お前今変なこと言わなかった？
ん？遠坂狙いは趣味が悪いってことかい？
そう。遠坂は人気あるじゃないか。俺もあいつの悪い噂は聞かないぞ。
ああ、聞かないね。それがまた気に食わない。
頼む伊勢。悪いが早速陰口にしてくれ。
うん。エミヤがそういうのなら了解した。が、とりわけ中傷していたわけではないぞ。単に竜道一世が遠坂凛を警戒していると言っただけだ。あくまで個人の趣味嗜好の範囲だろう。それではな。俺は生徒会室に戻るが、エミヤはバイトだろう。こんなところで道草を食っている暇はなかろう。
Shut up, Dad. I do what I want. He must feel refreshed now that he said everything he wanted and he leaves calmly. I've known him for 2 years now, but I still don't understand his personality. Yeah, it seems to change a lot. It seems to vary wildly depending on the mood and who he's by. What is that sound? Oh, it's the bus. 20 minutes after taking the bus from my school, I arrive at the neighboring town of Shinto across the bridge. Today's job is a simple loading job from 5 to 8 o'clock. Even though it's only 3 hours, there's 6 hours worth of work to do. They make you run without a minute's rest. So, I should rest while I can, even if it's just for 10 minutes.
なんで芝生とか植えないんだろう。いつまでもこのままってのはもったいない。
It's a large area, so if they retilled it, the park would get bigger. Thinking absentmindedly, I sit down on a bench. I stare at the burned land to pass the time. I don't remember what happened here back then. All I can remember is I was hot and I couldn't breathe. And that people died trying to save others. I didn't like things like that. It makes me mad that those who tried hard were sacrificed. Am I greedy to want an ending where everybody is safe and happy? Oh, is this gonna be a thesis statement about the game? All I wanted was to see people relax peacefully, so why couldn't I manage such a simple thing?
シロ、誰かを救うということは誰かを助けないということなんだ。いいかい？正義の味方に助けられるのはね、正義の味方が助けた者だけなんだよ。
I guess,
当たり前のことだけど、これが正義の味方の定義なんだ。
Shiro would really not like Man of Steel, huh? I understand that. It's obvious now that he said it. Let's say there's a robber and some hostages, and the robber intends to kill the hostages. With normal methods, most of the hostages will be killed. Even if you use a miraculous method to save all the hostages, there will still be one person who isn't saved, the robber, right? That, of course, is the robber, whose hostages were rescued. The people a superhero saves are only the ones he decides to save.
けど嫌だ。
I don't want such a thing. I don't want help that has a limited capacity. You have to help no matter how impossible it is. I can't stand of strangers dying around me like that back then. So, if I'd been there 10 years ago, even if it was impossible, I would have gone into the fire and...
そのまま無駄死にしてたろうな。間違いなく。
That's for certain. Jeez, I'm hopeless. Whoa.
あ、しまった。ぼんやりしてたら5時になっちまった。
Time to stop being emo and get to work. 5 o'clock bell rings. Stand up and quickly make my way to my work. When my job's done, the sun is already set.
藤姉にお土産はいいか。
I walk while looking up at the lighted building. It's the biggest building in Shinto, but I can't see the top clearly. I just gaze up at the building, just enjoy the night scenery. Eh? When I think I see something out of place.
なんだ今の。
I stop and stare at the rooftop. Focus my eyes, looking at the thing as small as a grain of rice. Oh wow, we have good vision. What you doing? Get down from there. It's like a cat. It doesn't seem like she notices me down here. No, there's no way she could see. I like how both of them are like, nah, he can't see me. She's so high up that I, with better eyesight than most, can barely see her by improving my vision with magical energy. Oh. And then she must be done with whatever she's doing as she just disappears. Her figure has disappeared and the scene returns to the beautiful view of the night.
今の遠坂だったのかな。
Man, how strange.
ただいま。あれ、藤姉だけか。
Oh, it's you, the worst one.
おかえりしろ。
And that's in Shira's perspective. In my perspective, she's the better one. Fujine turns around, munching on a rice cracker.
ラちゃんなら早めに帰ったわよ。今日は用事があるからって晩ご飯だけ作ってくれたの。
そっか。確かにしばらくはその方がいいかもしれないな。最近は物騒だし、いっそ新学期まで晩飯は俺が作ろうか。
反対。シロ帰ってくるの遅いじゃない。それからご飯作ってたら食べるの10時過ぎになっちゃうよ。
あのね、そこに自分家で食べるという選択肢はないのか、あんたは。
She's the worst moocher, but she's the best moocher.
だからここが私の家だよ。
Fujine seems puzzled. Honestly, I'm not sure if that makes me happy or sad.
わかったよ。藤姉に飯を作れなんて無理難題を言ってもしょうがねえ。それはいいけど、足元のそれなんだよ。
Fujine has a terrible habit of leaving junk at my place.
ちょっと見せてみろ。ゴミだったら捨てるから。
これ？うちで余ったポスターだけど。
Fujine hands me the poster. It's probably some infamous idol or something.
どれどれ？
Here we have a military-style guy with his thumbs up on a cheap-looking blue sky background. That sounds so lame. In letters like blood it reads, Loves lovely Ranger Land. Please join the self-defense force. Hold on, this is an army recruiting post. Where would you get that from? Where would you get that from?
俺だっていらねえよこんなの。
I roll up the poster and hit Fujine with it.
へへん外れ
But Fujine deflects my attack with a poster she had hidden and counterattacks mercilessly. Bam! The poster lightly knocks my... Stars, I saw stars.
シローの腕で私に当てようなんて甘いわよ。悔しかったらもうちょっと腕を磨きなさいね。
そんな問題じゃないだろう今の。なぜに紙のポスターがかような破壊音を。
She's like, oh, this poster? It's actually wrapped around a baseball bat.
ごめん。こっちのポスター。
Oh, of course. I was pretty close.
シロー、頭大丈夫？
藤ねえ、いつか絶対に人を殺すぞ。
Is that foreshadowing?
その時はシローがお嫁にもらってくれるから安心かな。
Whoa, hey, don't say stuff like that. That'd be the best ending. Day ends. You know what doesn't end? The stain on the pillow. Finishing a rowdy dinner and seeing Fujine off, I take a bath. After that, I practice my daily routine in the shed. I complete it as usual and go to sleep. It is 1 in the morning. Day ends peacefully without any troubles. Boy, imagine a day ending peacefully without any troubles. Whoa, hello. I'm in a fire. Collapsing buildings and burning people. No matter how far I run, the scenery is always red. This is a vision of 10 years ago. A memory of the distant past I haven't remembered in a while. There's no escape even though I know it's a dream. I run, keep running. In the end, where I end up is how I'm saved after running out of energy. You know, the fire dreams. We have those. It happens. It's like the opposite of a wet dream. I wake up with a bad feeling. Feel my forehead and find that I'm sweating a lot, even though it's winter.
ああ、もうこんな時間か。
Late for school, we gotta get going. It's already past 6 o'clock. Oh man, we slept in. From the kitchen, I can hear the sound of the kitchen knife cutting something.
さくら、今朝も早いな。
Well, that's embarrassing for us. There's no time to be impressed. I have to get ready quickly and go help fix breakfast.
先輩、今日の夜から月曜日までお手伝いに来れませんけど、よろしいですか？
Well, that is bad considering what happens tonight.
ん？別にいいよ。だって土
Oh,
日だ
till
ろ。
Monday. Okay, well, that's over the
さくらだって
weekend,
付
but...
き合いがあるんだから気にすることないぞ。
そんな違います。そういうんじゃないです。本当に個人的な用事でちゃんと部活にだって出るんですから。だから何かあったら道場に来てくれれば何とかします。
Don't worry, it's not like I'm gonna die or anything. Sakura's acting suspicious and she looks very tense. I don't know why, but I guess she just means she can't come over this weekend.
わかった。なんかあったら道場に行くよ。
Can't really go there if I die, but whatever, there's no chance that'll happen.
はい、そうしてもらえれば嬉しいです。
Sakura looks relieved. When she looks down, her face suddenly stiffens.
先輩。
Oh no, did we not wash it this morning? Sakura is staring at my left hand. Looking down at it, it's bleeding.
あれ？
That's a bit weird. I pull up my sleeve. There's certainly blood there.
なんだこれ。昨日の夜ガラクタいじってて切ったかな。
Little do we know, she's secretly been sneaking in and giving us tattoos in our sleep. I leave Sakura, who has club activities, and head to the school building. The schoolyard is full of spirited students running around. But still, there's something oddly wrong here. The school is like it always is. Students at morning practice are lively, and the new school building is spotless.
気のせいか。これ。
He can feel it. Whoa, but when I close my eyes, the air completely changes. The school building is covered with stains like membranes, and the students running around the schoolyard seem like empty dolls. Oh.
疲れてるのかな。
Oh no, you're getting that disassociation thing. That's really bad. I shake my head and head towards the school. School ends early on Saturdays. Thank you for clarifying. Classes end before noon and I finish helping Issei. And after I finish helping Issei, the sun is starting to set. Ah, this chill music. Then...
なんだまだ学校にいたんだエミヤ
Hello. Bum and Shinji. There are a couple of girls behind him being rowdy.
やることもないくせにまだ残ってたのああそうかまた生徒会にごますってたわけねいいねエミヤは部活なんてやんなくても内心稼げるんだからさ
Guy's the worst.
生徒会の手伝いじゃないぞ学校の備品を直すのは生徒として当たり前だろ使ってるのは俺たちなんだから
そうかいそれじゃあ学校にあるものなら何でも直してくれるんだエミヤは
Yeah, I'm gonna fix everything, including your face. Dropkick button, go.
何でも直すなんて無理だせいぜい面倒見るぐらいだが
よしなら頼まれてくれようちの弓道場さ今割と散らかってるんだよね弦も巻いてないのが溜まってるし安土の掃除もできてない
String your bow, boy.
暇ならさそっちの方もよろしくやって
Hope
くれ
he's
ないか
just
な
like, no.
元弓道部員だろ生徒会になんか尻尾振ってないでたまには僕たちの役に立ってくれあとはよろしく鍵の場所は変わってないから勝手にやっといてよ文句ないよねエミヤ
Wait a sec, do we accept this and this leads to us getting super mega killed?
なあ構わないよどうせ暇だったからたまにはこういうのも悪くない
サンキューそれじゃあ行こうぜみんなつまんない雑用はあいつがやっといてくれるってさ
I hate this guy so
待ってよ
much.
先輩あじゃああとはよろしくお願いしますね先輩
I hate him so much. The cleaning ends quite easily as I know the place well. It took a while as it is quite big, but it was fun cleaning the place I used until a year and a half ago. I picked up a bow thinking it might be okay to shoot just once, but since it wasn't mine I decided not to. If I ever want to, I can just bring my own bow and come here. When I look at the clock, it's way past curfew. The wind is blowing. It's so cold that my cheeks are getting numb. And I do mean the ones on my face. My breath hangs around as a white cloud. Ooh, that's a skybox.
暗いと思ったら月が隠れてるのか
It seems this place is filled only with chill as it's all silent. Just now, I think I hear something. Someone playing a video game.
校庭の方か
Someone playing a muso near me. This night, I must have been curious about the sound that broke the silence. To investigate it, I find myself heading there, even though I somehow know that I mustn't. Well, here we go. I go to the schoolyard. People? What? Well, they only look like that from a distance. It's a dark night with no light. If I want to know more, I'll have to go closer to the schoolyard. I can hear the sounds louder now. It's the sound of metal hitting metal. It means someone is fighting with weapons there.
バカバカしい何考えてるんだ俺
Yeah, that would be something you run away from. I dismiss the image from my mind with a bitter smile and walk on. At that time, maybe my instincts noticed the dangers I hid myself as I approached. I don't know if this is fortunate or not. But anyways, I get by a tree that is big enough to hide myself, I take a closer look at the source of the sound. My mind stops completely. I can't understand. I can't follow them with my eyes. My brain does not work properly, faced with their impossible movements. But the clang of the weapons tells me that they are trying to kill each other. I just knew immediately when I saw them. They are not human. They are probably just things that look like humans. I can tell not because I'm learning magic. Anyone would realize they're not human. After all, humans can't move like that. So they are something no one should associate with. They're using weapons made only to kill. I remember the murder yesterday. They said the family was killed with some weapon like a sword. I shouldn't watch any longer, but my body won't follow my commands and I can't even breathe. My heart stops. The numbness in my body becomes convulsions and I clench my teeth to try and hold my trembling body.
嘘だなんだあいつ
An overwhelming amount of magical energy is flowing into this guy in blue. He's going to die. The guy in red is going to die. It's a blow with that much concentrated magical energy. There's no way he'll be able to survive. I thought I was going to say if, but no, it is. He'll die. He's not human, so something merely like a human will die. That's something I can just ignore? Oh, geez, no, you're not doing this. That doubt takes my mind off them. The binds on my body disappear, and the instant I take a deep breath... Oh no. The guy in blue stares at me, who's hiding. The blue guy's body sinks. Just that motion tells me that I'm his target now. My legs start running automatically. I don't know how fast I run, but before I know it, I'm in the school building. Going into an enclosed space, probably not the best move. I regret my actions, panting heavily. I should have run into town to get away. What am I doing, fleeing to such a deserted place? I recall the scene from earlier while catching my breath. Anyway, I'm sure that it wasn't something I should have seen. Some things like humans were fighting in the school grounds. That's all I can remember. But there was something else I saw out of the corner of my eye.
もう一人誰かいた気がするけどこれでともかく
追いかけっこは終わりだろ
Oh no! The voice comes from right in front of me.
いや、割と遠くまで走ったな、お前。
Like how he just goes, yo. I like that. I can't breathe. My brain stops, and even though I cannot think, I vaguely understand that I'm going to die.
逃げられないってのはお前自身が誰よりも分かってたんだろう。何やられる側ってのは得てしてそういうもんだ。別に恥じることじゃない。
Gonna be very honest. When I saw the phrase people who get killed, I was so waiting for the next word to be die. But I'm so sad it's not. The lance is casually raised.
運が悪かったな、坊主。ま、見られたからには死んでくれ。
Oh dang. And the man's lance mercilessly pierces Amiyashiro's heart. I know this. I felt this 10 years ago. This is how someone feels when dying.
死人に口なしってな。弱い奴がくたばるのは当然といえば当然だが、まったく嫌な仕事をさせてくれる。このざまで英雄とは笑い草だ。
I can only hear voices.
分かっている。文句はないさ。女のサーバントは見たんだ。おとなしく戻ってやるよ。
A voice filled with irritation. And after that, I hear footsteps running through the hall.
アーチャーか。蹴りをつけておきたいところだが、マスターの方針を破るわけにもいくまい。
Oh, we still don't know who his master is.
まったく、いけすかねえマスターだこと。
The voice suddenly disappears. Footsteps approach me and stop.
追ってアーチャー。ランサーはマスターのところに戻るはず。せめて相手の顔ぐらい把握しないと。
Whose voice was that? I sensed someone looking at my face. Perhaps my breathing was loud as the figure tries to close my mouth and...
やめてよね。なんだってあんたが。
I hear the person grit their teeth and they touch me without hesitation.
破損した臓器を寄贈して代用。その間に心臓一つ丸々修復か。
What's that
こん
mean?
なの成功したら時計塔に一発合格ってレベルじゃない。
What does that mean, accepted to the clock tower? That wasn't last time, was there? A pain-filled voice. With that, my mind stops fading. Feeling returns to my body. Slowly, bit by bit, like a drop of water going down a leaf, feeling returns to my body. Wow, that was a lot of thinking in her mind for something that was in an instant. What is the person doing? The person is sweating and places their hand on my chest with all their heart. I sense someone take a deep breath and sit down.
疲れた。
I hear a clang of something falling.
まあ仕方ないか。
Shikatanai, there it is again.
ごめんなさい、父さん。あなたの娘はとんでもなく薄情者です。
And that's it. The person speaks to mock themselves and leaves. My heart resumes its activity. Guess we alive. I wake up. I feel sick. My whole body is in pain, and I have a sharp headache each time my heart throbs. It's like a poison status effect. Had my chest pierced? Bearing the pain, I enter the closest classroom. Moving to the locker with unsteady steps, I take out a mop and a bucket. What are you doing? The first thing he does is he cleans up the blood. Are you serious? I'm still confused. Why do I still have to clean up even when I've just met something totally outrageous and been killed instantly? Am I an idiot? Yeah, I think so, dude. That's gonna be a story for tomorrow. I wipe the floor with the mop, or the next day, because Sunday, no school. With unsteady hands, I manage to get the blood wiped off, and pick up any trash lying around and place it in my pocket. Maybe I'm destroying the evidence. I'm still in a daze, so perhaps that's why I'm doing something so absurd. I put back the mop and bucket and leave the school like a zombie. Wow, we're just really getting all the way home, huh? When I get home, the day has already changed. There's no one home. Neither Fujine nor Sakura is around me. So you don't go to the hospital, you don't go to the police, you just come right home, huh? I collapse to the floor. I lie on the ground and finally calm down. Those two who were killing each other. The murderous burglar that has appeared in the neighborhood. The ongoing ominous events in Fuyuki City. All I can tell with such thoughts is that it's way out of my league. Perhaps because the wound on my chest is so vivid, I complain about things that I shouldn't. Complaining comes later. First, I have to decide whether or not it's my concern. Oh, jeez. The bell hung from the ceiling rings. This is Amagus' home, even if only a poor one. There's a boundary field that alerts me when a stranger enters the property. As I speak, I realize my foolishness. That can't be it. With this timing right after that strange incident, that can't be it. There's an intruder. Not a burglar, but an assassin who's here for my life. Gritting my teeth and holding my chest, I try to restrain myself. I should get used to it. This is the second time. This is the second time I'm about to be killed. Third if you count the fire. That alone is enough to make me want to end it differently from last time. Besides, I'm a Magus. What have I been learning for the past 8 years if I can't even protect my own life? Enough thinking. Right now, I just have to counter the intruder. Even though I'm a Magus, all I can do is strengthen something that could be a weapon. To fight, I need a weapon. The shed has lots of things that could become weapons, but it's too far away. If I'm attacked when I leave the living room, it will just be a repeat of what happened earlier. It'll be difficult, but I have to find a weapon here. Something long and thin would be best. My opponent's weapon is a lance, so something like a knife won't do. It would be great if there was a wooden sword or something, but of course there's nothing. If anything here could be a weapon, it's... Oh no, no way. I'm disappointed. But despite that, I'm determined even in this hopeless situation. Things are already as bad as they can be, so they can't get any worse. I'm using the metal poster. Whoa, that's a circuit. I extend my consciousness. As if soaking my blood into the poster through my skin, I permeate magical energy into it. A sense that I've hit rock bottom. Right before the magical energy flows from it, or overflows from it, I cut off the connection of the poster and shudder at the feeling of success. The poster is now as hard as metal, but it is as light as it was before, so I couldn't ask for a better sword. It's more of a blunt object, but how many years has it been since I last succeeded at the strengthening magic? It's kind of ironic. The magic I've never been able to achieve since Kiritsugu died is finally working in this kind of situation. I might be able to do something. I have I have some knowledge of how to use a sword. I hold the poster with both hands and stand up. I'll die anyway if I stay here, and I don't think I'll be able to flee even if I escape this house. So all I can do is run straight to the shed and make a stronger weapon. Come if you're going to come. It won't be like before. And the instant I think that, my whole spine shivers. Oh geez, when did he arrive? Appearing from the ceiling, the guy drops straight at me, like a dragoon in Final Fantasy. Silver light descends upon me. The guy that seems to have come straight through the ceiling descends to pierce my head. I frantically escape by rolling forward. Dodge roll! Press that square button. He lands softly while I keep rolling. Just keep dodge rolling. Keep dodge rolling. But I stop rolling and stand up with my freshly made sword in hand. He turns to face me looking bored. I slowly move backwards. It's about 3 more meters to the window. Once out the window, it's about 20 meters to the shed. Then I can run off this instant. He says blankly, as if sighing it out. Like how they keep using the exact same art for the lance. Like it works. Pain assails my right arm. It happened in an instant. The man's lance is thrust without time for me to react. I would have faced my second death with that blow, but what prevented it was my newly made sword. He must have thought it was just paper. The man's expression goes away. His carelessness disappears, and now he's staring at me with beast-like eyes. The man's body descends. In that instant, his lance is swung sideways. I block the lance coming at my face with just my instincts. Is he training me? There's a huge whirlwind. I don't know how he's moving the lance in this small room, but it makes a beautiful arc and comes to attack my body from the other side. My constructed sword moved to stop it bends. Is he using a hammer? Damn, this numbness feels like I've broken the bones in my arms. I swing the sword instinctively. He must take me lightly as he hasn't pulled back his lance, so I flick away the shaft with my sword. The arms that hit it go numb. The sword bends even more, and the man's lance only moves slightly. Oh, so he knows we're a Magus. I mean, I guess when he talked about the magical energy, but man was just playing with me. He just let me hit him once, since I only blocked him twice. But I used up my one and only chance for a makeshift attack. That's why he sees no point in fighting me anymore. He readies his lance again. During that small necessary movement, without looking behind me, I jump out the window. Yeah! Let's go! It's a good thing we made it out of sugar glass, right? I break the window with my back and roll outside. I roll a few more times. Dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll, and without a thought, I turn and swing behind me. Did we get him? The man hesitates a moment as I deflect his lance thrust. Wow, we're really good, actually, as I expected. If I jumped out the window, he would definitely come after me. And he would kill me even before I could get up. That's why I expected the fatal blow and swung at it. I quickly regained my balance. Now I have to make it to the shed before he recovers. What? Oh, hey, nothing personnel, kid? The man who supposedly had his lance knocked away comes up to me empty-handed and spins and executes a roundhouse kick. Dang, oh, it flips around. That's so good. And we get to see the sky upside down. That's really good. The scenery flies past me. My battered chest is numb and I cannot breathe. No, what's more surprising is I'm flying. I never in my dreams thought that I would be sent flying by a mere roundhouse kick. Ooh. Ow. I fall to the ground from my back. I hit a wall and come crashing down. You know what? That was cool for the little bit we were flying, though. I can't breathe. My vision is blurred. I managed to stand, supporting myself against the wall of my destination, the shed. I'll be killed. I'll definitely be killed. The man will be here in a second. If I don't want to die now, I have to get up and face him. The lance comes out at me. I can't even turn around fully, and my collapsing body faces the man's lance. How fortunate. I got lucky as I couldn't hold myself up and my knees collapsed. The lance goes over my head and hits the door of the shed, opening it. Wow, that's really lucky. So this is my last chance. If I go into the shed, there should be something that I can use as a weapon. Boy, what is that weird white thing on the wall? Sure would be nice if there was a King Arthur sword in here somewhere. I entered the shed on all fours. There. A fatal, inescapable blow is thrust. And I block it. I unroll the poster and make it into a one-time shield. That's cool! A huge impact. The opened up poster did block the lance, but it was not strong enough. It's pierced through and transformed back into its original paper. Hit by the impact of the thrust lance, I'm flung to the wall. I fall on my butt and recover myself. When I raise my head to try and find a weapon. The running silver light. The spearhead moves straight for my heart. It will spill blood in the next second. I know this feeling. The feeling of metal running into me. The taste of blood coming up my throat. The sense of the world around me disappearing. I felt all of it earlier. And I have to experience it again? Really? Oh, it's like he's just like a little disappointed by that. I don't understand. I'd have to go through this. This is bullshit. Can't accept this. I can't just die here meaninglessly. I was saved. I was saved, so I can't die so easily. I have to live and fulfill my obligations. If I die when I'm killed, I can't do that. But the lance will pierce me. The spearhead will cut into my flesh and pierce my heart. Pisses me off. It's ridiculous to kill someone that easily. Ridiculous for me to die so easily. Dying twice in one day, that's ridiculous as well. Damn, everything is so screwed up that I can't contain it all and... I won't be killed so meaninglessly. By someone like you! Huh? Truly it appeared like magic. In a blinding light, it appears from behind me. My mind stops. All I know is that the figure who appeared is a girl. Oh, here she is! We're finally meeting her again! The moment it appears, it repels a lance thrust in my heart and steps up to the enemy without hesitation. Man readies his deflected lance and the girl swings something she is holding. Sparks fly twice. A strong swing. The man hesitates, receiving a heavy blow from the girl. He must have realized that he is at a disadvantage as he jumps out of the shed with bestial speed. While keeping her guard up against the man, she quietly turns to me. There she is! The wind is strong today. The clouds drift and the moon appears for a brief moment. The silver light that shines in the shed lights up the girl in knightly form. I'm speechless. Not because I'm confused by the sudden turn of events. I'm at a loss of loss of words because of this girl's overwhelming beauty. The girl stares at me emotionlessly with her jewel-like eyes. Oh, that's nicer art up close. The girl says nothing and just stares at me silently. It feels like time has stopped just around me. The fear of death has disappeared and only the girl fills my vision. I like her big dumb gloves. Those are good. Those are really good. She speaks again. The instant I hear the word master and servant, pain shoots through my left hand. It's like a hot iron has been placed onto my hand. I grab my left hand instinctively. That must be the signal as the girl quietly nods her lovely face. Oh, there it is. There's the word. Fate.
ここに契約は完了した。